Just one hit, and I gotta go.
You asshole.
Hey, yo, are you afraid to die? Or do you want to live forever? Tell me, what's wrong?
They wanna bury me, I'm worried. I'm losing my mind, look down the barrel of my 9 and my vision's blurry. Falling to pieces, am I guilty? I pray to the Lord, but he ignores me. Unfortunate because I'm guilty. Show me a miracle, I'm hopeless. I'm choking off marijuana smoke. With every token, it's like I'm losing focus. Falling asleep while I'm in service. When will I die? Forever paranoid, nervous because I'm high. Don't mention funerals, I'm stressing and going nutty. And reminiscing about the niggas that murdered my buddy. I wonder when will I be happy? Ain't nothing funny. Flashbacks of busting caps, anything for money. Where am I going? I discovered. Can't nothing save her. My next door neighbor's having convo with undercovers. Put a surprise in the mailbox. Hope she get it. Happy birthday, bitch. You know you shouldn't have did it. Everybody's dying in my next. Who can I trust? Will they be G's and then look at me before they bust? Or will they kill me while I'm sleeping? Shoot to the head while I'm in bed, leaking blood on my satin sheets. Is there heaven for a baller? Getting suspicious of the streets, the line's busy every time I call her. Now she's telling me to visit. Who else is home? I check the house before I bone, so we all alone. After another hit the highway, see you later. To all the players, watch the flyway, a nigga played her. Bitches telling all the homies that I can fuck her like no other. Now the mother bitches wanna bone me. I'm under pressure, getting drunk. Somebody help me. I drank a fifth of Hennessy, I don't think it's healthy. I see my enemies, they creeping, don't make me blast. I watch the 5-0s roll, the motherfuckers pass by me like they know me. Smiling as they laugh, I put up my middle finger, then I dash. Niggas don't like me cause I'm thugging, and every day I'm a hustler, looking to get paid. They wanna bury me and worry, no need to lie. I pray to God I don't scream when it's time to fry. Nowhere to rest, I'm losing homies, and got a bitch. When I was rich I had clout, now a nigga's lonely. I put the pistol to my head and say a prayer. I see visions of me dead, Lord, are you there? They tell me am I lost cause I'm lonely. I thought I had friends, but in the end a nigga dies lonely. Nowhere to run, I'm in terror, and no one cares. A closed casket at my funeral when no one's there. Is there a future for a killer? I changed my ways, but still that don't promise me the next day. So I stay thugging with a passion, forever blasting. I'm busting on these motherfuckers in my mask. They wonder if I'm hellbound. Well, hell can't be worse than this, cause I'm in hell now. Don't make me hurt you, I don't want to, but I will. See motherfuckers killed over phone bills. Never will I die, I'll be back. Reincarnated as a motherfucking Mac 11, cause in heaven there's no shortage on G's. I'm telling you now, you motherfuckers don't know, man. Don't know.
Only fear of death is coming back, reincarnated. Only fear of death. Only fear of death is coming back, reincarnated. Only fear of death. Only fear of death is coming back, reincarnated. Only fear of death. Only fear of death is coming back, reincarnated. Only fear of death. Only fear of death is coming back, reincarnated. Only fear of death. Only fear of death is coming back, reincarnated. Only fear of death.
SUVs, they're planting baby trees to grow to shady peaks. A little shelter from the sun, or the upper tax bracket. Here on the cul-de-sacs, we're not giving back to the community. Repent, cause we can't afford to be generous. There's closing costs and a narrow margin. So go on your degree, and we'll take you out to lunch. You can work for us, but you gotta eat them all up. Yeah, one more mouthful and we will be happy then. Yeah, one more mouthful and we will be happy then. Out west they're moving dirt to make a greater Omaha. Another franchise sold, so there's even more restaurants per capita. And they all got a drive-thru. Yeah, who's got time to dine? Although the floors are clean, the color scheme it compliments me every time. So no one stars in this cattle town. The semis pass making squealing sounds, and that's all you can eat, and they'll never get enough. They'll be feeding us. They'll be feeding on us. Just one more mouthful and they will be happy then. Yeah, one more mouthful and they will be happy then. All this golden fields, lovely empty space. They're building drugstores now. Driving now for 100 blocks of 50 collectors, 60 parking lots. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. 75, 76. Be happy then. Whoa! Yeah, one more mouthful and they will be happy then. One more! Yeah, one more, one more, one more, one more. It's one more! Just one more! Just one
the nerve to ask me if I plan to do her any harm. So look here, I put her on the back of my bike and we went riding down by old man Johnson's farm. I said, now overcast days never turn me on. There's something about the clouds and her mix. She wasn't too bright, but I could tell when she kissed me, she knew how to get her kicks. She wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find in a second-hand store. Raspberry beret, and if it was fall, she wouldn't wear much more. Raspberry beret, I think I love her. The rain sounds so cool when it hits the bottom roof. The horses wonder who you are. Thunder sounds out for the lightning seeds. You feel like a movie star. This is, they say the first time made the greatest. But I tell ya, if I had the chance to do it all again, I wouldn't change a stroke. 'Cause baby, I'm the most. But a girl as fine as she was then, Lord,
better be alone. Sit there silent, folded arms, and you smile as I walk by. My face is shaved, but you know it's me. You know it's me. Come and whisper in my ear, my dear, my dear. It'll be alright. 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 It'll be alright.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
Caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
Battle beast wood! Fire burns wood! Battle beast fire! Water puts out fire! Battle beast water! Wood beats water! Battle beast, battle for the fun of it! Just activate their battle badges.
I got fire! I got water beats fire!
Battle beast!
Wood! Fire beats wood!
Battle beast can grow into an army! Collect all 84. Battle beast!
Nice language in front of our boys!
They ain't playing tennis!
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Yeah, that's why I don't update ever until they force it on me, or I do it by accident, because every time I do it changes something, and it's always a hassle. On me or you or everyone?
But then there's some people. But then there's, yeah, someone says they can't hear, and then it says, "There we go." So I have no idea what's what.
What?
Okay, so Joe W can hear Yi and Nyobi. Okay. Hello, welcome to Saturday Night Modern Comic Mayhem. This is Beyond Wednesdays. Bryan is fixing the technical audio issues, but we're joined by Nyobi and Josh, the amazing animator.
I think I should be better now. Man? Yeah, I think I should be better now. You guys let me know. Again, let me restart that. So for those of you guys who were wondering what I was saying, I was asking Larry. I updated OBS before the show, and they changed the look on the audio mixer. So my audio mixer is all jacked up, and I was hearing sounds I don't normally hear, and you guys know how that drives me crazy, but it was easy enough to figure out on the fly. So thank you guys for
you didn't
filling.
want to hear. That place will have you barking at the moon, man.
Yes, in a big fucking way. Longtime viewers of Beyond Wednesdays can remember when I was trying out programs for this. Like I went and tried out like these weird ones that you would have to do through kind of like through StreamYard, but it gave you the more ability to change everybody's audio, and it was a fucking nightmare, man. But every once in a while, a program changes that. Big week in comics this week, and just collectibles all around. I mean, we fucking have Terrificon. Is GalaxyCon this week? Also, Fanatics Fest happened this week.
Oh, Fanatics, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. And comic book drama is at an all fucking time height of like. What's that clock that they talk about when we're about to have nuclear war?
Doomsday clock?
The doomsday clock. Yeah. So the drama day clock is at an all-time high. We're at like 11:58.
11:58.
I can't wait to hear about this because your guys' drama is so much different from our drama.
You're right, bro. You're right. You're totally right. Matter of fact, I saw somebody calling you out for drama this week that if you're around for Drama Alert, we'll have to talk about.
My good buddy, Sticky Goose.
Did he call you out too? Wow.
Oh, you're talking about someone else.
I have him on the line if you want to hear from him.
Let's hear him.
All right, you want to hear from him? All right. Sticky Goose, what do you got to say for yourself, bro?
I'm rocking a strap-on.
Oh, wrong one.
RJ likes the stash.
Thank
you, brother.
For all intents and purposes, steals all of my content. He downloads the content and then puts it on his live streams and in his videos. He is one of these paragons of self-righteousness who says that he is in the right for what he's doing, and then I'm in the wrong for what I'm doing. So you're going to hear his stupid voice in the video in different moments, and I apologize for that.
Is that you, Larry? That where he took the video from?
Yes.
No way, bro. Well,
yeah,
listen.
Listen, I'll tell you the story. We like the EFAP.
Hold on. We hold on. We got to get into it right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen.
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comic book drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
No, this is crazy, bro.
Into the into the into the
but let's get down to business.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Right into it. We're right into the drama alert, ladies and gentlemen. That's, you bring up a drama alert segment topic, and we got to get right into it. So, for those of you guys that don't know, Sticky Goose re-released the famous shit talking about everybody else video, right? And
yeah, he has me to thank for that.
Yeah, like here's the thing that kind of blows me away. I learned very early on on YouTube that YouTube will figure out a fucking way to just terminate your video. Gone. Like,
yeah,
peace. And so you learn to back up your shit. So I back up my stuff now, as it's going. Well, Sticky Goose must not have done that, which is weird because it was not a live video. It was an edited video.
Yeah, I can tell you the whole story behind it.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so the story is that we discovered Sticky Goose by accident on my channel one night because we were perusing different videos in the old YouTube community that I used to be a part of, right? Like I've told you, like I know GLS in the chat there. He's one of the guys that gave us our first interview on YouTube. We used to stream with guys called We Love Comics of Chris. I used to hang out a little bit with the Great Legend Show coming at you live. Okay. So I've been around the block a little bit. I used to be known as Talk Comics. Then I was Rebel Comics. Then I started making my own comic and I became Nyobi Comics. And for the last 5 or 6 years or so, I've been just dealing with the comic book creative communities as opposed to what's going on speculation wise or mainstream wise, right? So I've been sort of out of those loops. But coming back in and just watching these videos, I stumbled upon our good friend here. You know what I'm saying? And he was taking shots at Bad Girl comic books in one of his videos. And that's what caught my attention, because these are the types of comics that we do, you know?
Yeah.
We're heavily influenced by Evangeline. You know, you've had John Stintsman on the show, right? Hero of ours, you know. We get influenced by Michael Turner, J. Scott Campbell, Jim Lee, you know, all the greats that, you know, had that sexy 90s, early 2000s image vibe. You know, there's no Nyobi without Witchblade, things like that. Well, Sticky Goose here wants to shame everyone for liking that genre of book, right? Sticky Goose, you know, is saying, you know, how do you feel when you walk up to you know, to the counter and you got Lady Death on top of your stack, you know, and they're giving you the look, you know? And so we had a lot to say about Sticky Goose's assessment, right? And so we EFAP'd him, and we went, you know, an EFAP is every frame a pause. So you'll watch a video live, just kind of like what we're doing now. We would pause it, we would comment, okay, move on, hear what else he's got to say, rinse and repeat.
Yep.
So we got Sticky Goose's attention by doing that. And because it was so fun to do, we kept in tabs with Sticky Goose off and on to see what other crazy shenanigans and stuff that he's going to say that we can laugh at on the show.
Hot Takes is good content.
Yeah, man, he's been great. And so we actually have our own nickname for him. He's called the Egg because of his shape of his head. He's now the Egg. He don't like that. But so me and the Egg become good friends, and so good friends that when I thought it'd be a great idea to watch an EFAP him roast 43 different YouTubers all at once, I thought that shit can't go wrong. You know? Right?
I wanted to see what he had to say about Nyobi comics. That's what I was excited
I was
for.
disappointed that I wasn't mentioned after all we did for him, you know?
Right?
But
I didn't get to see the video, man. It went down so quick that I didn't get to see the video. I didn't know what everybody was complaining about. So the whole time that everybody's going crazy about this, I'm thinking that, you know, it's got something, you know, he's just shit talking. And by the way that I look at Sticky Goose is, I look at him like as a satirical thing, and it kind of makes. I
don't know if that's true.
well, I'm starting to understand that. If like, does he play into the egghead thing? Because if he plays into it, maybe. But if he doesn't mention it, then maybe
he mentions me, but not by name. He says that I'm a failed comic book creator and a loser. That's what he says. So here's the thing. We watched this video. We did, you know, the EFAP, every frame's a pause. We would watch it, stop it, watch it, stop it. I thought it was quite funny, to be honest with you. I think the guy is hilarious. That's why we like watching him. Not that we agree or disagree with him. I just think
same with me. Like, I think he's funny.
If he was around back in my day, and you know, maybe some of the old cats who recognize me can confirm this, we would have eaten him alive.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
YouTube
saying?
used to be a different animal, man.
We would have eaten this cat alive, right? So we did the video. We watched him, you know, roast a variety of people, Gem Mint Comics and all these cats, right? And laughed and haha and thought nothing of it. We had no idea that his initial video got taken down. So the only thing he could do, since he didn't have a backup, and he knew we EFAP him, right? He came to our show. He watched the entire thing. Every pause we took, he edited out, right? So he could get just his parts. The problem is sometimes when we spoke over him, right? So there are clips in the video where you'll hear me.
So, bro, you're going to love this. I don't know what show it was on recently. I was on a show with somebody, and we were talking about this, and it might have been Comic Journey. And I think Comic Journey might have said that he really loved how if you listen closely, you could hear Sticky in the background, kind of like making these jokes, and how he thought like that was the only good thing that he felt about Sticky Goose. You know what I mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that turns out that was Larry and crew cracking on the video.
Yeah. So you'll hear me in the video off and on. He really tries to cut it all out, right?
Yeah.
And then he, like, at the start of the video, that's where he bitches about him. He's like, yeah, I got, you know, you're going to hear this failed YouTuber, comic book creator, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm that failed comic book creator.
Yeah, you failed yourself right onto my spinner rack.
Right? Yeah, exactly. By the way, Josh, no turning of that spinner rack while we're going. You might get us taken down from YouTube.
I've been around the block a little bit.
Why is that?
Well, because it's just so beautiful when it happens that they might think it's like some, you know what I mean? Like people are losing their shit talking about glazing. You start spinning a
Blazing.
spinner rack on this show, and they're gonna go fucking crazy in the live chat. Anyways,
Different kind of audience.
RJ McCready says, Brian, why was Sticky's video taken down? Sticky's video was taken down for bullying. It sounds, and you guys tell me if because you guys have definitely been following this pretty heavy, right? I mean, obviously.
Oh yeah, he's been a project.
So it sounds like Collecting with Durs is the one that struck his video for bullying. And
That's what I hear, yeah.
And it sounds like this is a new part that I've never heard until recently. It sounds like there's a part in the original video where he makes fun of Comic Tom for some weird way. Somebody's looking like a lesbian or people thinking he's gay, and so it sounds like they used that for the bullying part. It wasn't even them getting bullied, and I could be wrong about that. Collecting with Durs, you let me know, but it sounds like Collecting with Durs used that part as the reason to get the strike, not him making fun of Durs. So
yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because like it's like the entire video. It's like after the first 45 seconds till what? Because the original video was like an hour or something like that. But we were also at San Diego when the video dropped. Like,
yeah,
I think
we were on top of that. You know, and he did another video that really captured my attention too. I got to bring up because it made me go on a crusade because I had to find out who the sticker people were.
Oh yeah,
that's collecting. That's Collecting with Durs. That's Durs, right? Because of the stickers behind him.
People, right? So he's talking about these so-called sticker people. And I'm like, well, I got stickers. How do I join? You know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to go on a crusade to find the sticker people. I didn't know who they were. I had no idea who Comics with Durs is or any of these cats because I haven't been watching these types of channels for a while, right? So I'm just learning who all the players are now. You know?
Yeah.
The whole sticker people thing went completely over my head. I kind of
it went over everybody's head.
I was like, what is the deal? Like, what is everybody upset about? It's stickers? Like,
see, this is why, because he's got these stickers behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, Josh, what they do is they promote each other's channels, right? But they have their own brands. And so they'll have a sticker for their brand. And in a way, is promoting each other, they'll have boards set up like this with their different stickers on it.
Oh, for all their homies and stuff.
For their homies and stuff.
And I don't have a fucking problem with that. I think that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, what's wrong with that? I don't got a problem with that.
No,
that's his way to make fun of him.
Sticky Goose does because look, we do the same thing here in our comic book side. We promote our stuff all the time. I'll put all my friends' advertisements in the back of my comic book, free of charge. No problem.
I have them all right here on a spinner rack and over here on this rack. Like I got my friends' comic books right here at all points in time. It's not a big deal. I mean, you want to shout out your friends, don't you?
Yeah, right.
Am I a sticker person then? Since like I play bass in a band, and everyone's comic stuff that they sent me in sticker form is covering my bass.
Yes, then I say you are now an honorary sticker person.
RJ McCready asks, so Brian, is there any way to see the band Sticky video or no? As a matter of fact, there is. You just go to Nyobi Comics on YouTube.
And our version is so much funnier too. Like you can watch Sticky's chopped up, edited version of our show, or you could just go to our show. Like
watch the roast of the roast.
Yeah. Has he tried to take down that video yet?
Well, why would he? We saved him. He's able to put that back up because he came to our show.
Yeah.
So now he's the one stealing your content, technically.
I'm worried. I was worried about him striking us down for doing it, but apparently it saved his ass. So,
which one? It was probably a couple weeks ago, right?
Oh God, no, it was a few days ago. Well, it would have been before his, but not longer before his. Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of shows, right?
So I'm just gonna share this to everybody out there.
It should be in the title somewhere, maybe. Like usually when I pick,
I think it's right there. That one, jealousy in comics and the bitterness. That sounds like it might be something along those lines, right?
I don't know if that was him though.
Okay, I don't know. I wasn't there for that one, so
I'll crawl through it and I'll find it.
But no worries. But like that is very interesting, man. That's unbelievable. That again, you guys, I talk about it.
You watched our show, Brian.
Well, hey, let me tell you how I watch shows. As a matter of fact, I talked about this on I talked about this on CJ's show the other night. And here's the thing, and you'll probably agree with this, Larry. When you create content, especially when you're doing as much content as we're doing, we're on, 4+ nights a week sometimes.
Me and you are often on at the same time, Steve.
Yeah, yeah. And it's hard to watch other people's content. So you catch it in little bits. So whenever I end and Larry's still going, I'll jump over there and watch his shit while he's still going. You know what I mean? Or and I'll catch it in bits. So
yeah, sometimes like you're on before us and we watch you and then we'll go live, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So I guess
if I miss an episode, even on a show I'm regularly on, like I'll try to go back and watch it and then just run out of time and never get to finish it all.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he's making the rounds. I did hit him up. I said, "Hey man, shoot me a call."
The story gets better. I don't know if you know about this next part, right?
Okay.
But because we were watching him on my channel, John Della Rose likes to come and check out my channel. So John Della Rose put him up on his channel. So John Della Rose has his own Sticky Goose channel about the sticker people.
No shit. I saw John Della Rose put up a post the other day. I want to say
it's not in the title. That's why you don't know about it. But he did a video, a live stream talking about your boy Zach. Well, at the start of that video, for a good, I say 40 minutes, is him e-fapping Sticky Goose.
Wow.
Like the way we did. So here's the thing. Sticky Goose doesn't understand how far this has gotten.
It's huge, bro. Everybody's like so many places that I would never expect talking about it are talking about it.
Because he has that shotgun effect, right? He talked about everyone. So it hits all those different pockets. So
what happened was because I'm mixing two communities together.
Yes.
So your community drama has now, because I've talked about it, has ended up circulating in our circles, and people are interested and very curious about this Sticky Goose guy.
I love it, man. I fucking love it. Well, that's the way it should be, right? That drama gets out. Have you guys heard the drama about Epic Nation ever?
I have no idea what this is going on. No.
All right, you're gonna love this. This gets crazy. So this weekend, you guys, there is multiple conventions going on. One being Terrificon and the other being Fanatics Fest. Terrificon's in Connecticut, Fanatics Fest is in New York, and there's a lot of people in the same little tri-state area, and they can get to each con back and forth. So anyways, shout out to our boy Nemesis Prime and the Comic Con crew, who if you aren't following the Gem Mint drama where Manimal jumped on to Thoro's show and talked about the whole. Did you see that, Larry, by the way?
Oh, look, first of all, I love Thoro. I love that guy, man. Dude, shout out to you, brother. He's been very kind to me. I actually sent him digital copies of our book. He gave us a wonderful shout out on his show. I've been watching him do his claim sales as of late, and sometimes I'll just sit there I'm like, Bryan, I got 1,500 comics to bag on board, which I'm going to be doing as we talk, right? I'll turn on the camera a little later and show you guys. But I'll just watch Thoro, and he's just like my background for a while, because that guy goes forever, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. He's great content. So anyway, so Milton Manimal and Nemesis Prime Justin out at Terrificon, set up there for the Comic-Con podcast. And then the other at the Fanatics Fest, we have our boy Sub-Zero, who has been on Comic Book Drama Alert before, and Nick GQ, who have both been on Comic Book Drama Alert before. So you got the two groups that Epic Nation is like targeting, right? And let me give you a quick rundown of Epic Nation. Epic Nation is a whatnot seller that jumped into comic selling during the pandemic because he saw a bunch of people making money off of it. He got on early in whatnot, became part of that clique that formed over at whatnot. Yeah, and got into
But Nick GQ was his was his mentor.
Yeah,
as well.
I've heard that name before, Nick GQ.
Epic was Nick GQ's Padawan, so to say. And and Nick GQ gets him into Whatnot, gets him into the comic book selling game, gets him into doing exclusive retailer variants, that game, selling on Whatnot. He's making a ton of money. He's, but he's an asshole. He's a dude, one of those douchebag guys that thinks he's a fake alpha. That's what he is. And so there's this whole fighting that's been going on for about 2 years now through these groups. And Epic Nation finally got banned from Whatnot. Not only did he get banned from Whatnot. Yes.
Yeah, okay, keep going, brother. Yeah.
Not only did he get banned from Whatnot, he got banned from what I'm hearing from also eBay Live. And so
banned for what?
So for Whatnot, it's for delay of shipping is the clause that they finally shut the door on him for. I mean, that's what they're saying publicly or whatever.
So what
it's
is
because
it?
he's an asshole.
It's always the real story, right?
He's threatening people. He's stealing money. He stole books. He got accused of stealing books at a con. He's a bad public. He's bad at optics.
Like he was saying that certain signatures were witness signatures when they weren't.
Okay.
Through the CGC stuff. So
we had on one of his boys that again, it sounds like this is his MO. He kind of like, every relationship he has, whether it's business or whatever, it ends up, blowing up in some crazy, accusational thing. One of the guys that he was working with, he stole a bunch of books from this guy named Sub-Zero. So Nick GQ and Sub-Zero team up and they get a table at the con. Sub-Zero posts this message that Epic sent him. Now, before you read it, I got to explain to you. Epic owes Sub-Zero a shit ton of money because Sub-Zero got a bunch of people to send him books to get signed and then graded, and he did it through Epic Nation's CGC witness account. And so Epic never got him back the books. So Sub-Zero owes a ton of people money on books that they sent him to get signed and graded, and Epic either didn't send him to get graded or took the graded books and sold them on his own sales. That's the allegations. Okay, so Sub-Zero is probably constantly trying to play at arm's reach to keep him close enough to that he might be able to get his money back, is what I'm thinking. So this is a message from Epic and Sub-Zero, and Epic is in the gray, Sub-Zero's in the blue.
All right, Epic in the gray. So Epic says, I will be at Fanatics Fest again tomorrow, and I will pass by and show Nick F-word Q the finger. I was too busy with important people to come and start you guys up. Yeah, please come is the response. Yeah, bro, for sure. Just a heads up, watch how you treat me next to the people I'm with next week. I'm walking up to talk to you normal with my crew. We talk normal, man to man. My crew is armed and on edge. Want no part, get hurt.
This is over comic books, man.
Dude, I've seen worse, bro.
I know.
Like, no word of a lie. Yeah, listen, comic book people are the most petty people you will ever meet in this world. They really are. And every little minute aggression is an act of war with these people.
Yes, you're right. You're fucking right, bro.
That's
not
like
wrong.
Head on. Yeah.
It's kind of like with because I have a young daughter, 2 years old. It's kind of like with the toddler, where everything that happens is like the worst thing ever, or the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Like there's no like middle ground. There's no gray area. It's just black and white, up and down, to the max and to the bottom, all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I
used to hang around a bunch of drug dealers. I felt more safer with them than these comic people.
I've had people say some nasty shit to me. Just making comics, it's been unreal. I was canceled for 5 years. I'm one of the few people that become uncanceled, which is sort of unheard of. But it's been a trip, bro. It's like, let me tell you, this comic book world, like Jack Kirby said, man, it'll break your heart, kid.
Yep. So Nick GQ puts out this message and says, I hope Epic Nation's bitch crew relays this message and tells him to say this to my face tomorrow from the text he sent Sub-Zero Comics, because Epic's supposed to be at the con, right? So so Nick GQ, by the way, this is
why, pull up, man, pull up.
Yeah, this is Nick GQ right here. Everybody knows Nick GQ. So Nick GQ puts out this post sitting next to Sub-Zero.
Blazing guns.
Let me restart this.
Crew. Oh, so what happened? Where is Epic with his blazing guns of his crew and his death threats and his army of wannabe Albanian gangsters? Please come Sunday. Come see us at the booth at Fanatics. Where are you? Where are you?
Pause this shit. Look, bro, you can't. I don't know if I take any of this seriously, because you know what this is? This is a very bad WWE promo.
And Nick is WWE legend, bro. Like
come see me this Sunday at Madison Square Garden. I dare you.
It's totally Nick GQ, bro. Everything. Listen, I love Nick GQ. A lot of people get triggered by him sometimes, but I love him because I know he comes from that world of wrestling. He had a belt that he used to carry around because he was the king of whatnot, and he actually gave it to Epic because he was sick and he had to leave whatnot. It was so pageantry, you know what I mean? And total wrestling, WWF wrestling style.
It's fucking kayfabe, boys.
Yeah.
Come on, you know what I mean?
But here's the thing, and I think what's interesting is Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's been on a couple shows and he's talked about it, and you can tell Sub-Zero, part of him wants to get away from that whole he's trying to create a business here. You can tell he doesn't want to get into this is, I'm gonna smack you in the face. This is about you better be careful, that type of shit. You can tell, and it's interesting just to see Sub-Zero just sit there and just be like.
Well, he's like Soa Sokola, and this guy's the head of the table. You know what I mean? He's like Arn Anderson, the enforcer, right there. He's just gonna sit there and be quiet and look intimidating, while this guy here is gonna be like the Ric Flair and talk to shit.
You got it. You're exactly right. All right, let's continue.
We don't see you. Come meet some real people. Come on down.
So
Epic
there we
Comics, come on down.
All right.
It's like a game show host with the suit and everything.
Oh, bro, he is next freaking level. I mean,
does he have a comic book? Is that what this is?
No, he's a comic book dealer. These are both retailers. So Nick has a booth set up at this is Fanatics Fest. So for those of you guys that don't know, Fanatics Fest is a con put on by the card section of the collecting world. The guy that owns Panini, his name's Michael Rubin. He also owns the Philadelphia 76ers, I believe, and he also owns Fanatics, which owns the rights to sell every major sports team's official merchandise and clothes, hats.
But it's not only professional. It's also college as well too. Like Fanatics owns everything. They're even starting to put card shops and Fanatic shops in certain stadiums.
Have you? Yeah. Did you? So let me show you what Fanatics is. This is crazy.
Fill me in, man. Catch me up.
Fanatics Fest is. I want to see if I can find this. This guy who does the card, sports card investor, Jeff Wilson, he walked around and showed what Fanatics Fest is like. This might be it. Let me see here. It was absolutely crazy seeing how they have this place set up. Here we go. Look at this.
Many of you, like me, are curious to know what is the card show element of this show going to be like, and this is our first answer. So as I'm looking here, I see what appears to be a really large card show. So if this was nothing other than a card show, it's pretty massive, actually. It's a big card show. But one of the things that I noticed right off the bat is the uniformity of the dealer tables. This is, in my opinion, actually a really big deal. These dealer tables, they have put the same design of showcases out for every single dealer table. They have the same table skirts. The tabletops are the same across the entire room of hundreds and hundreds of dealer tables. I think this really matters because if you look at this show floor, it looks more crisp and polished.
I disagree with that, but that's okay. Yeah. But here's the thing. So that's this Fanatics Fest place, right? And it's mostly card stuff, but you can see he's got a nice setup. He's got, Funko Pops, comics. So it looks good. And it's really
here's the thing. I've been talking about how it's become more of a collectible sort of hobby with comics lately. Yes. And I get a lot of flack on this, Brian. But when you really think about it, like when I was at this small little show, and it's amazing that we're talking about cards because I noticed that, the people that were buying comics were buying keys. They were buying, they were looking for the deals on the stuff that they know is going to be worth money. There were tons of slabs out for sale, that sort of stuff. But the one thing that I noticed most was how popular cards have become again.
Yeah.
Like these kids, they weren't even buying comics. They were buying Hot Wheels and cards. And not only cards, but we're talking graded cards. And they had like a PSA grader on site. And they were like looking at cards and grading cards. And that was a big, big deal, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the card sex part of the hobby, especially in the speculation and the resale world, is a fucking monster. It's like that boogeyman that we all know is out there that can ruin it for all of us, it feels like, right? If something goes wrong, then it's just like a dominoes. So I think a lot of the people in the resale and the speculation world look at the card world as like a thing to gauge like how everything's working. And the drama in the card world is next fucking level.
Well, it doesn't matter what community it is, right? There's going to be drama. You could be in the knitting community, and those old ladies are going to be ripping each other's throats out,
Actually, there was like a huge thing about drama in the knitting community a couple years back. I remember that. It's true. It was a big story. I think it was actually like
whenever you
on
group
some of the news
of people together, there's always going to be gossip. There's always going to be drama. It doesn't matter what it is,
Yeah.
True.
Well, so one of the things, there's a lot we're going to get into Fanatics Fest more later when we talk about some stuff, but that's a big part of the show today is Terrificon and Fanatics Fest and all that type of stuff. So another thing that's very interesting is shout out to Nemesis Prime, who's on the other end. Of course, he's set up at the Terrificon, right? And here they are. They got a nice little setup there. Shout out to these two guys who do a great fucking job. Great parts to the community. I know Manimal's getting some. He's getting some hate right now, and he's got a new group of fans that probably love him because of the whole interview that he had with Thorough. Shout out Thorough. He's in the chat right now.
Yeah, and love you, brother.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy, and it kind of set off. It merged the two, right? The Sticky Goose drama kind of got involved into that too, and it's been very interesting. So, like I said, the drama day clock is fucking at 11:58 right now, and it's getting ready to just fucking to burst. We'll see if that if we change that next week. But hold on, I got more. I got even more.
I bet you do.
Yeah. So if you guys get a chance, go listen to the Comic-Con podcast where they talk about the whole, thing more, of course. And it's very interesting. It's the Comic-Com, COM. You guys can go find it on Spotify and all your favorite, aggregators and whatever it is. So they do a really good job of talking about, the whole thing. So check that out. All right, back to the card world. And you kind of, a little bit about this. There's this thing at Topps Now or at Tops, where they'll do a card like based on what.
Oh, it's current events.
Yeah,
right?
current events.
Yeah.
Yep. So I want to see if I can find this recently with the. How can I do this? Is there a way to see past ones? Recently with the Olympics.
Oh, you're looking for you're looking for the Steph Curry one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
USA.
Let me see if I can find it.
I got it. So with the USA basketball win, there was a special card. There was a Steph Curry, Durant, and LeBron James card that they put out. And this is the card. And the way it works is they only have it available for, I think, 24 or 48 hours or something like that. And
depending on...
Yeah. And the amount of people that buy that card in that time period, that's what the number is. So 588,000 people bought the card. There was 588,000 purchases. There's probably less because people bought probably 500 at a time. They made $7 million like that selling these cards. Okay.
Wow.
Well, they did a 1 of 1. And somebody's going to be very lucky to get this card. It is a signed Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James USA basketball card. And one of the biggest names in the hobby put out a...
You are now live.
He put out a bounty on this card. He put out $150,000 bounty. This is Ken Golden, for those of you guys that don't know. Recently sold Golden Sports to eBay. He's been having to lay low since May because of that, and he hasn't been as out there, and he needs the camera. He needs it. He's got his Netflix show. So he put this bounty on the card, and he started getting a bunch of heat for it, and he came on and he explained this bounty, and this shit's crazy. Listen to this.
It told me I am now live. So they're going to pay you. And you got to look at any time anybody makes an offer in this hobby. Are they getting a kickback from the manufacturer? Is this to raise their allocation? Is this to gain some other benefit from Topps, Fanatics, or even Panini? Okay? Some of these people, they do deals, and there could be an alternative motive to do the deal, right? Maybe they're getting something in exchange. I'm not getting jack shit. That's the key here. I'm doing this because I can. I am doing.
I love this guy. I mean, I love to hate him sometimes, but he's another one of those guys, Larry, like Sticky Goose, where you're like, this guy's fucking hilarious.
This because I want to. Okay.
Imagine having 150,000
no idea I was
for a single card.
Yeah. Oh,
dude, this guy is crazy. Have you seen his show?
No. I'm new to a lot of this. I'm new to most all of it.
Josh is getting introduced into the comic book world again through me, and now we're getting introduced to the card world through you.
Yeah.
So he's dipping his toes into the comic world too as well.
If you see behind him,
collectibles. So it's on Netflix, and he literally pulls up to someone's house with like $7 million in cash to try to buy a card.
Damn.
Nerdy Girl was on it. Shout out to Danielle.
That's wild.
Because he was looking because he made some sort of deal where he was looking for Action Comics 1.
In the end, right? I wonder if these people honestly realize that at the end of the day, you're buying paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Paper that degrades over time.
Yep. The collectibles aren't a need. So here we go. I love how he's like, I'm doing this because I can.
To do this. I just said, something? When this card comes out, I want to sell it on my platform. So
where have we heard that before, you guys? Everybody that's complaining about CGC this and CGC that, every big book is graded through CGC. Why?
Oh, yeah. Because of the top.
You got it. And they probably go out and pay top dollar to do it, which is what he's explaining right here.
So here's the deal. And this is what I tell people on consignment. Anybody who tries to buy something from you and they want to give you money, especially if they are a dealer, okay, there's going to be one of two reasons. Either number one,
They are buying it at a price that they can make a profit on it. Okay? So they're going to pay you as little as they possibly can because it's capitalism. They want to make money. If I had a store and somebody walked into my store and I was going to buy something from them to put on my store shelf, do I want to pay 110% of retail? Or do I want to pay 30% of retail if I can? Or 50% of retail if I can? Of course, it's natural. Okay? So that's number one. And what I tell people is, as an auction house, you need to think of me as your player agent. Think of it like Jerry Maguire. Right? Like Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. Help me help you. The more money the item sells for, the more money I make. So as an auctioneer, I am motivated to get the highest price I possibly can for this card and any other card. Okay? What we do have occasionally comes to play, and I'm going to discuss this in a little bit, is sometimes people aren't in a profit motive because they might have another deal, and I'll get to that. But let me explain the deal with this card. Some people who did not watch my video think we are trying to buy the card for $150,000. We are not trying to buy the card. In fact, we are not buying the card. What I am doing is I'm telling you that we will auction the card, auction it off for you, get the highest price we can. Look, it's me. I'm going to be on TV talking about it.
It's me. Come on. You trust me. I'm telling you, I'm the biggest auction house in the world. I've got eBay $40 billion market cap behind me. It's me.
I'm going to be in the news talking about it.
Because someone else has a bounty for this card too.
Do they? That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
Of our catalog.
Yeah,
it's
so
going to be
I'll
lot
let him
number one.
do his piece,
okay?
and I'll tell you
number one.
Who else has a bounty.
And I'm going to give you $150,000 right now. When we get the card, it is, by the way, the card is the 10. Let me finish. I'm going to give you $150,000 right now that you can go out and spend. And that is not a quote unquote loan. Lots of times, in fact, not lots of times, 99.9% of all auction cash advances are loans. They are a loan against a future sale. And guess what? If you get a cash advance of $150,000 and your card sells for $90,000, you owe the auction house back $60,000. That's not what this is. I'm just giving you $150,000. It's an advance. It's non-refundable. And if the card goes for $750,000, we're going to take that $750,000. We're going to take out the agreed upon commission that we negotiate privately, and you're going to keep your $150,000, and then you're going to get another $600,000, $550,000 on top of it. So it's a no lose. It's a no lose because I'm motivated to get the absolute most money. Now,
so he's breaking it down why CGC is getting all those fucking books, man. And it's what we always talk about. It's the same reason so many people send to CGC on a smaller level. I'm going to send to CGC because I know CGC is going to get the most amount of money for that book. And that's
it's brand recognition, right?
Yeah, brand recognition.
You can drink RC Cola or Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
So it's like, when you see a PGX book, you go, oh, fuck, PGX. You know what I mean? Like,
so Jeff Wilson has $100,000 bounty for this card.
So
I
was wondering why Golden starts the thing off. He's like, Jeff Wilson. He's kind of like Jeff Wilson, come on. I just had eBay buy my company. I got $40 billion to spend to play with, buddy. Jeff Wilson.
Right. So he's offering $100,000 for this bounty for this card, and to fly you out first class to Atlanta to go, get a VIP experience at the Cards HQ or whatever. He takes tours. He'll film your whole experience.
Yeah.
And post it all over social media for you, blah, blah, blah. And then you also get to attend either a Braves, Hawks, or Falcons game with him. I don't know if I could sit at a game with Jeff Wilson.
No, yeah.
These collectors are crazy. I remember my brother way back in the 90s bought, my dad and my brother, big sports guys, hockey, all this stuff. And my brother had bought a pack of cards at this, little coin shop. And he went home, and it turned out he had some rare, incentive card thing, right? I forget what it was. Maybe mom can tell me at some point what it was if she remembers. But it was amazing how many phone calls we got, and he didn't show anyone. But they knew he had this card, and offers started coming in, bro. It was crazy, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Wild.
Yeah, people will find that shit out. They will search it out.
Yeah, they found out somehow, and we were getting phone calls. And my brother felt pressured to sell it, and he ended up selling it. But I don't know if that was a smart move or not. Hindsight being 2020 and all.
Yeah,
but you get to open one box with Jeff Wilson too at the store that they have in stock.
Oh,
I mean, obviously you got to pick the most expensive box you can that you'll probably never open. But it depends on what they have in stock too, right? They'll probably hide all the good stuff in the back.
So we have even more comic drama, ladies and gentlemen.
Can't wait.
Oh,
It never ends.
I'm telling you, it's at 11:58, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to our boy Swag, who did an amazing, did an amazing video on this. Hero Restoration. I wish Hood was here. I so wish Hood was here.
We actually EFAP'd this the other night, so I know all about this now. Thanks to the Haas, you know.
Yeah, man. Fucking like this is absolutely crazy. This, you know, we've been following companies that have been pulling the switcheroo for a while now, and they're, you know, it's either Hot Shots, Hero Restoration, Epic Nation. Like, there's all kinds of these retailers or these people out there that will offer a service or a book. Usually it's a service, whether it's grading, restoration and pressing, consignment. It's something like that. And they'll there's a good chance that they're going to take your money. Like, unless you know these people personally. Like, shout out to Ronnie. Appreciate you, brother. It's good seeing you. Shout out to Red Hood, who is one of the best pressers that I know. And I knew him before I knew him as a presser. So I trust him. I'm not going to send my fucking Punch 12 to anybody that I don't trust. I'm not going to send it to somebody that I don't know personally. I have their address. I can show up at their fucking house like Adam Sandler and Punch Drunk Love, you know? Like, I'm that type of person. If I had this book or these books that this guy stole, I would be going fucking crazy. And that's basically what happened. Hero Restoration, who wasn't Hero Restoration, was Hero Restoration the guys, and I don't want to say this if it was, but there's some part of me that's thinking they were involved with somebody big, weren't they? Like a big content creator at some point? Am I mistaken?
I don't know. I mean, this video when Swagga Haas did it was the first I had ever heard of the story.
Wow, Ronnie, I'll hit you up, brother. That's terrible. I hate everybody. Throw some prayers and some love, positive thoughts out to Ronnie, who just let us know he hasn't been around because he's going through kidney cancer. Holy shit, bro. Fuck. Yeah, Brian's Comic Garage is saying it. Comic Tom. I didn't want to say it. Comic Tom and Gem Mint. Jesus, those guys can't fucking step anywhere without stepping in a big fucking pile of it. Right? And
that's crazy.
I give Comic Tom, Comic Tom credit because he stays quiet. He'll stay. I just unmuted you as you were unmuting yourself, Josh. He keeps quiet during all this stuff. He's very good about not talk. Oh, you speak his name 3 times and he'll show up, baby. Hi, guys. This is crazy, Hood. This is fucking nuts, bro. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know.
Well, to the guys that talk shit and said the Heroes was a better presser than me, they can go sleep with their mom, bro.
Oh man! You got to introduce me to this brother there, Brian.
Hood, this is Larry from Nyobi Comics. He brought his artist Josh on with us to hang out tonight. Larry, this is Red Hood Joe. He is one of my very good friends and a great comic book presser as well. One of the best.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Good, brother, man.
I'm just soaking it in. I'm new to like most of this stuff, so I'm green as green gets.
Well, that's a good thing.
I just I'd like to thank people that said a lot of nice things about me on IG and after this happened or whatever. Let me tell you, like, comic books will make you fucking crazy, man.
Right?
You know?
Apparently.
I think that's the overall theme for the night.
And there was a lot of people that pumped this guy up. And when I saw I think Comic Tom had him, I think he took down a lot of his videos. I was talking to Thorough and I said, wait a minute, because I think Bryan had mentioned something. He goes, hey, Hood, do you like do stuff like that? And I go, I don't spray water on a book and shit like that, and all I'm saying is, I'm glad I have a clientele, and I'm not advertising. I'm not putting a website and all that, because honestly, man, like, people need to. There's a lot of good pressers out there. The good ones are the ones that aren't like advertising and falling into time, favors with great grading companies, and like, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want any dealer accounts. I don't want any of that shit. I want it to be like, if I saw you at a comic shop and you were a friend of mine, I'd be doing that for you, and I'd submit them for you. I mean, I kind of like that. You open up a business like this. I mean, there's some great ones. Don't get me wrong. There's like, I can count on my hand though.
Yeah.
But you just, I mean, look at this guy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
bro, what you've done is really affected other people's business, because now it's going to put it into question, hey, is this guy going to steal my books? In this business right here, your reputation it's gone in 5 minutes,
and it's everything.
You fuck up somebody's book, it's gone, because they're gonna tell everybody, right? Unless you make it right with them. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is, I care more about the grades than the people that submit them to me. That's the way I call them. Hey, did you get your grades? Did you grade? And like, because if it's a super high grade and the before and after, like if I take a 9.2 to a 9.8, that's a big deal to me, because it validates what I do. But if I take your 9.8, I mean your 9.6 to 8.5, that's a big deal too. Right. And if something like that, I own 100% of that. It's supposed to be me and you own it together, and we take the risk together. But like, my mentality is like, it's all on me. And so, like, with this guy, like, people are already saying like 6 months ago, hey, this dude hasn't returned my books. If you hadn't had your books back in 6 months, bro, you better go to that guy's house. I can't believe it took this long. It's like, oh, I know he's gonna send them. Like, if you hadn't had your books back in 6 months, dude, like, that's a long time. That's a long time.
6 months is a long time.
And shout out to the cops that arrested him. You know what I mean? They probably are comic book fans, dude. Like,
well,
most of the time, you can't even get the cops to get involved in shit like this.
300K is no joke. Like,
and it's probably more than that, Josh. This guy was pressing like very big, sort of what we used to call in the day big boy books. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
very expensive books that people would send to him from all over the place, and then just all of a sudden, people didn't get their shit back.
Right. So this is just the stuff that they, for sure got him on. There's probably a bunch of stuff that he's gotten away with.
Yeah, thorough. Yeah. I sent you the link in IG, brother. This is over 300,000 in comic books that he was being paid to restore. He sold, which is even worse. Like, it's one thing if, right, if you lose them or if you fuck them up and this and that, but this guy he pulled an Epic Nation. He sold your shit, right, that he was supposed to be sending to people. And good. I'm glad they arrested him. It says here.
The problem I have though, like, like these YouTubers like Tom, and like, I don't know Comic Tom. He seems like a great kid and stuff. He's never done jack shit to me, but like, man, just like, bro, do your research before you get on a pod with somebody, dude. Like, because then it just makes you look like I'll give it up to Jen Mint. Jen Mint got out right in front of it because he had a couple of pods with this guy. And, because when you do a show, you gotta have content.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta have content. And, at the time it was probably innocent, but man, the optics of it after everything that's been going on look really bad. It's like, okay, Jem's doing a pod with this guy. I bet Jem's just like this guy and he'll steal books. You know what I mean? Like, that's how people's mind operate. Right. So like I would say like to like Tom and other YouTubers, like be careful who you like put on your pods. Like, do you really know about this guy? Like, this guy's had a reputation for the last 5 or 6 years. People hit me up that he fucked up their books and stuff like. I hear that shit all the time. Anything to do with pressing, I hear about it.
Yeah.
Like, and so I didn't want to say anything about this guy because I didn't know him or anything like that. But there are stories that will blow your mind about swapping out books and restoring books without people asking them to restore the book. Right. You say, hey, man, I just wanted to press and clean. I didn't want it like a complete overhaul, you know? And it's like, bro, what are you doing to me? You know? So, you know,
I think this is
I'll
crazy,
give you a great
dude.
example. A local guy, he was all like, Mike's making me a deal on these books. I go, you sure you don't want me to press them? Like, at that time I was pressing books for like $8, $9, $10, right?
Yeah.
And I go, you sure, bro? I mean, like, I'm here. You know, like, your books are in the same city. I'm going to fix your books, you know? Like, he goes, nah. He didn't get all his books back. So I called him yesterday and I go, I fucking told you. But like here, like where I'm from, people just can't, like, they can't believe, like, they just look at me as like, oh, I'm in this small city or whatever. I go, bro, like, you talk about big boy books. I had to buy another safe, Brian, because of the types of books that I get.
Yeah, I know.
I can't get them out of my house fast enough, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. We're running to the post office, man.
So
Get the hell out of here.
This guy supposedly fixed a bunch of the books that sat at that other place. And ooh, look at that. That is beautiful. It's very interesting, and he showed some of them. Where did he show them? Here we go, right here. So this was one of them that he fixed. So it says here,
look at that.
yeah, here are some final closure on these poor, unfortunate books. The now infamous Action 7 and 10 that a client sent to Mike at Hero Restoration many, many years ago when the promise was made by Mike to turn them into HG restored copies. The before scans of these books are as they were bought by the client at auction from Heritage for over $43,000. The raw photos are the covers that Mike sent me on the client's behalf because he couldn't finish the books. Then finally, the CGC conserved graded slab picks are after I did my best to leaf cast the covers and interiors, turn them back into copies that could be not only graded, but hopefully sell in auction so the owner can recoup a little bit of the money he's out. So he turned them from this, not freaking bad, man, a 1.5.
How is that possible?
It's beautiful, right? It's an art. That's why I tell Hood all the time, like, I wish that he would film more of his stuff, but you can't film it because there's like these trade secrets.
Give away your secrets.
Yeah. There was one that he did. This is crazy. Where's the one that he did? Where it was what book was it? It was a book that had, I think it's this. Is it this? There was a book that they had double staples, and I think it was this. Is it this? No.
Wasn't that a Hulk book they were talking about
Yes,
in the video?
you're right. The Hulk book. This is it right here, I think. No, this isn't it. So there was a Hulk book, a Hulk 1, that had double staples, and there was something that that Mike guy thought that, it was a book that they put back together, right? And he told the client that. And the Sanderson Studios got the book and said, no, it just had double staples. And you can tell because you can see each page by page and, the everything on that. So it's absolutely crazy. And then I think Thorough was saying something about this guy. Was this guy faking a sickness also? Is that the case?
Yeah. was.
Believable, man.
Yeah, because he took a hiatus, and everybody was saying, "Oh, he's not well," and everybody, "Oh my God, I'm gonna light a candle for you."
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. Huge message board thread on CGC's boards for it. You guys can go check it out. I mean, it's massive. It's 49 pages. So, and CGC Mike ended it. This is the one where we first heard about this. I remember this now. See, you do this so much and you forget. This is where we first heard about this story, because the guy who runs the CGC message boards killed the fucking thread. Why would you kill the thread? Like that doesn't make sense to me.
I can tell you why.
I know, because they're in it. Like, he's got to be friends with them or something. Thorough says, yeah, he said he had a heart attack on Facebook. Oh, that's right, man. Jesus. See, comic drama is fucking real, baby. It is.
Oh, dude, the speculation world is wild, right?
Well, you must not be hurting that bad if you can get on your cell phone. Hey, I had a heart attack. I'm dying. And LOL. You know, it's like.
What's very interesting is if you go to like his webpage, he has, please let us know if you ever received your books a refund. But what's also interesting to me is he has the interview. I guess Bronze Age Modern Gods did a really good video on it. I haven't seen yet. That I'll see. I like those guys. Shout out to those guys. They've always put out good content. But he's also, if you go here, it says Hero Restoration on Reddit, and you hit learn more, and it takes you to the Reddit page that says, where the fuck is this guy? I mean, so maybe part of the thing that when he got arrested is he had to do this. Maybe somebody took over his webpage or something along those lines. But man, what did Jim Mick say?
I would love to laugh at all this shit, but like all I can think about is the customers that trusted this guy to fix their books, and like that shit really pisses me off, man.
What did Jim Mick say?
Nothing. He just wanted he attacked it. Like Jim's a smart guy, man.
Yeah.
Like he got out in front of it because he knew that and the first thing probably that was going through, oh hell, here everybody's gonna pile up on me. They're gonna find receipts and they're gonna pile up on me. So yeah, I guess shout out to him for like blunting. That's what in this thing you call blunting. You get out in front of it. Like if I were Mike, hey, I stole everybody's books. Just getting out in front of it. I'm going to be arrested, but that way you don't hear it from somebody else. It's almost like that,
Yeah, man.
To soften the blow. Like, but when, you mess around with trash. I mean, that's what people are going to think because you associate with them. Like, but this guy, he's had so many issues. Like you look at the forums, some of the like there's stuff that goes back all the way to like 2015, 2016.
Sounds like the Wheelers.
You know what?
Oh man.
I hit up Leg and he goes, "Why'd you send me this?" And then the next, oh, I see it. I got it.
Yeah, man. This is fucking a nightmare. I remember back in the day, this was like early 2010 era, there was a Facebook page that this guy created for all the scammers in comic books on Facebook. And he used to catch a lot of fucking shit for it. I remember trying to get him on an interview way back in the day. But there needs to be like a page everybody goes to that puts all this shit up there. Like kind of like how the Sports Card Radio boys do. They have their Sports Card Radio page where, let me show you guys this. This is fucking amazing. So Sports Card Radio has a web page. If you go to it, and this is what comics needs. It's got all the scammers in. Let's see if we can find. Here we go. All the scammers in cards. It fucking got a place for it, right? These are all the card trimmers. You know what I mean? Card trimmer? It's a guy that basically takes a card that's off-centered or maybe has a little bit of damage on the edges and trims it perfectly to send it in to get graded to get a high grade. Same thing that people use, like restoration for and that type of bullshit. And that fuck up books or, basically that CGC finds. They do it in cards. All these guys, there's famous people. So they have a page where it's nothing but, and I can't find it right now. That's what Child Predator worked at Las Vegas Card Shop. Ugh. Anyways, shout out to the boys at Sports Card Radio. That's their page. It's really good, and it kind of, I don't know if people look at this more as a people getting all their pitchforks out, but yeah, a wall of shame. Thank you, Derek. We need a wall of shame in comics, and you should be able to get off the wall of shame. If maybe they have like a wall of shame of people that have kind of like made it up or fixed the issues.
Community service and go bag and board at a shop for 6 months.
Yeah. Do your time.
Do my time on probation and bagging and boarding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the hasty exit there. My wife was having a bit of a diaper emergency there with the kiddo.
No
I
worries,
was at
brother.
a boomer moment myself. Yeah, I'm bagging and boarding as we speak. I got to bag and board 1,500 books.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was a chore bagging 400 books with Wanpool. 1,500. That's gonna be a chore, man.
So we got another comic book drama alerts issue. Shout out to John Tyler Christopher, who, if you guys go and watch the industry show where we interviewed JTC, he brought this up. He brought it up in a way that people might not have caught it. But I asked him, I said, what are your thoughts when another retailer takes your book and does it in like a foil format and puts it out as a retailer exclusive, and it's your art, it's your book that you did through your own, because you're a retailer and an artist. And he was like, yeah, Marvel's doing that right now with another book, and this was the book. And I gotta say, here's a perfect example of you do your community service or you fix the problem. At least Marvel put the fucking trade dress on it. And I know a lot of people are mad at this. Shout out to Bronze Age Nerd. He says, I hate when promo images for cover art are dope, and then when the final art comes out, the trade dress just ruins it. Well, here's the thing, and I agree with you on that, Bronze Age Nerd. Like, there's certain books that, not final art, that they ruin. But in this one, it was necessary, because I'm pretty sure JTC hit up Marvel and said, what the fuck? Like, I sold this book on a limited basis of like 500 copies or whatever, and now you're putting it out again? That's going to ruin my brand. It's going to devalue my brand. You're going to piss off all my hardcore collectors who love that book, not only because of the art, but because of the collectability. You need to change it. You need to not make it look just like that same book that I limited to 500. And they put a trade dress on it. So good for you, Marvel, or JTC, for pitching a fit about it, because that was bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
They do, like, Marvel does this. Like, this is not a shock. They've done this many times, where they take the art and they fabricate it for a retailer exclusive, and that's what they do. So, like, whether I don't know, like, they haven't had the balls to do that with like bigger artists. Like, have you heard of this happening to Scotty Young or Campbell?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know why they picked John Tyler Christopher. Like,
and John Tyler Christopher, by the way, is the biggest artist in comics when it comes to the amount of covers that he does. Now, you might think Scotty Young puts out more covers than JTC, but you're forgetting JTC does the negative space covers, all the action figure covers. He does regular covers every once in a while. He did all the Figment covers. Like, he broke a record for the amount of covers that he did in a year because of the action figures and the negative space covers. So this is the biggest, in my opinion. I know I say Scotty Young's the biggest artist in comics because I think he probably gets paid the most. That's a regular working artist. Alex Ross is the GOAT, in my opinion. But this, John Tyler Christopher did probably, at some point, he was probably doing like six covers a month or more. It was crazy.
Well,
And that was just,
you know,
and that
I
was
hate
just
to be,
Star Wars. And that was just Star Wars.
Yes.
I hate to be an asshole, but that cover sucks.
You don't like this?
Hell no.
Hey, don't devalue my limited edition to 3000 CGC 98.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
like
just
negative space
joking.
covers either. These things are best for like promo material cards and things of that nature. When you talk a cover for Marvel, the covers now need the pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is kind of to me like wasted paper, but you know.
I love this one.
This to me screams artsy fartsy, you know.
Yeah,
this is a book designed to prey on a new collector that is thinking that they're getting something exclusive and that has potential of going up in value. And
hey, listen, when this came out the first time,
scam, dude.
When this came out the first time, and I think what was it? It was a con variant for like C2E2 or something.
C2E2 right before COVID.
That's a perfect cover for a C2E2 con variant. I'm sorry, just like what Red Hood said, this is a book to sell, and I don't know, man. I kind of like it. I wish it was a little bit more limited, but anyways, I give respect to Marvel for changing it up and not screwing them the way he did. By the way, speaking of that, a former Drama Alert story was the J. Scott Campbell San Diego Comic-Con sellout. And for those of you guys who follow
talking about my boy, bro,
follow the right people on the internet, you can go to J. Scott Campbell right now and get this cover. It was his San Diego Comic-Con cover, and it's available now unsigned on his website. Now, here's the problem that I have with this. You fucking this was the main fucking cover that I wanted for exclusives at San Diego. And I couldn't
Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, and it sold out Thursday afternoon, and I couldn't get it because the lines were always packed. Save a couple covers for the people at the con, and then 5 weeks later, you put it on your website. So you know what? I disavow this. I went to his site, and I did not buy it. I said, fuck that. I'm not going to buy this. I'm pissed about that, but you know what I did buy? I bought some more of these.
That's funny.
I bought more of these, and I bought more of these, and I bought more of these.
Campbell said that exclusive when he was with Clutch would be available later on.
Yeah,
you know, they only printed a certain amount for the con.
Yeah,
but they were going to be available later on his site.
Listen, his
J. Scott Campbell's a saint, bro.
Yeah.
He's a saint.
You just want that mama remark.
I'm with this man. He's a saint. He's my favorite artist. Like if there was one bucket list artist that I could work with, it's this person right here. Though he would probably come with a price tag like Jim Lee does, you know. But
look how good.
For me, it's there's three for me. My bucket list artists are J. Scott Campbell, Humberto Ramos, and Joe Madureira.
Oh, I like Joe.
There's only one for me, bro.
Yep.
That's Daddy right here, bro.
Who's that?
J. Scott Campbell.
Campbell, man.
That's Campbell. All right, yeah.
I mean,
That's
this
Campbell.
cover right here is beyond fantastic. That is such a good cover, man. I always loved covers that had faces in the background, and then even better when the faces are like negative, like space.
Oh yeah,
not
it's like homaging ASM
Yeah.
100.
Yeah,
you know?
the what is that called? The negative.
The UV.
The reversed. Negative
reverse negative. Yeah, of
invert.
Yes, yeah.
Inverted.
Yeah, inverted.
Linnell Francis, you did one of these where he did a Spider-Man 100 homage, and he did the inverted faces in the background. That's just so beautiful, and that's fantastic. This is a 10 of a J. Scott Campbell cover, in my opinion. But anyways,
I wonder if that ASM 100 was a screw up, and they're all like, "What did you do? Wait a minute,
yeah, this looks
cool.
good." Yeah, yeah.
Accidentally pressed Control-I in Photoshop before sending it off.
It looks good. Almost like the silent issue from G.I. Joe. Man, I forgot to put the words in there. Oh, fuck it. That's put silent issue. Like he's went down to the it's like put it to where like
by the way,
you know what I mean? You're really in it,
Yeah. By the way,
this is for all my blind readers.
I do need if there's any really good graphic artists that want to take a chance at the first Beyond Wednesday shirt. I do need somebody for that. It's going to be sign language by Beyond Wednesdays, and it's gonna have it's got to be a hand like this, and then it's got to say like I love you underneath it, and then it's got to have a hand like this, and it's got to say rock out with your cock out, or rock on, or something like that underneath it, and then it's got to have this and then it's gonna have the shocker, and then because I want people to understand that this means I love you and this means devil horns. And I can't stand when I see rockers put this up when they're trying to put up the devil horns. So if there's any good artists, I want to take that.
Dang, I've been doing it wrong the entire time.
Hey,
if it's hands, then I'm out.
Cletus Van Dam says J. Scott Campbell is dirty.
What do you think of that?
Hands are to me what feet are to Rob Liefeld.
Well, hold on, you guys. We are out. We are done with Drama Alert, and you guys know what that means when we end Drama Alert. There's certain things that we have to abide by here on Beyond Wednesdays.
I'll sleep with your girlfriend, pal.
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man. Don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
Gotta love it. All right, back into regular comic books. Now, Larry, you were showing a book right there that looked absolutely beautiful.
I just got my books in. Right? Am I mute? Okay, no.
No.
Yeah, I got boxes of comics everywhere, bro. It's comic apocalypse here right now at Nyobi Den. This is a stack of books that's in the order. This is one of our Jamie Tyndall covers.
All right, hold on. We got to put you up in the solo layout for this one. This is woo.
Yeah, Tyndall's a bad motherfucker, man.
That's an homage actually to Brett Booth's Rogue.
Mama.
If you recognize that at all, right?
Yep.
That's a nice cover.
That's it, man. And so
that's a cover that makes me feel like I got to step up my game on the next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean these are the new stuff that came in. So we got the blank variant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sketch covers.
Geraldo Garcia, who's my primary artist on Savage Syn, which is a campaign we got on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, it's
this is right from Zenoscope legend Keith Garvey, right there.
Man,
like that one, eh?
Mama.
Creator of Warrior Nun and Ninja High School, Mr. Ben Dunn.
Oh wow.
Also, we're past the halfway point on the campaign now.
Are we? We're over 50. Fabio Simeo, he's a guy you're going to be seeing a lot of. Trust me on this. Okay, he's
got some Michael Turner.
100%, brother. 100%. Yeah.
Fabio is great. I've got him doing a cover for one of our books. I'm gonna be inking and coloring it myself, but yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, look at that. That's great.
That's John Stinsman from Evangeline fame.
I should pull that up. I'll show you guys. It's rad.
This is I think his name is Francesco Tomaasi. He's done work for DC and Dynamite.
I love that cover. I want it.
Nice.
That's a great one.
Another sort of breakout superstar you're going to be seeing is Narcilio Souza.
Beautiful. That's
right?
gorgeous.
So this is a
nice job, Narcilio.
Right. Well, it gets better. This is a 3-part set. There's the second part.
Oh wow.
And then we got the third part. You know, you expect that they're going to be nude. We don't do that, but we do this.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
Right?
Mama.
This is our homage to Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man 1.
I like that. It's different enough that it and it still homages it where it doesn't look like a cheap homage.
Birthright 2. So I'm bagging and boarding all these books. I got this stack of Keith Garvey covers from Outbreak 1 that we got to do as well. So all of these.
Oh wow, nice.
Right, and then we got our Paul Green covers that we still got.
And let's see some of those Paul Green covers, bro.
Sure, give me one.
Well,
one
here's
sec here.
I can pull. Let me pull it up. Is it on the Kickstarter, right?
Well, we got 5 foils on the Kickstarter that is available.
There it is.
And that's all I got in the long box. So once those are gone, those are gone.
That's Greg Bow.
That's Greg Bow Watson, yeah. Now this isn't the current campaign.
Oh, which one? Which one is it from?
You want Savage Syn 2.
Okay, I'm on Savage Syn 1 right now. All right, let me go back.
So yeah, if you just type in Savage Syn 2 in the search, you'll find it. Or you do that. Yeah, right there. So that image actually is drawn by the man 2 spots above me, Josh, the amazing animator, right there.
Oh wow,
That's me.
That is
Cover
beautiful.
E.
I love that, dude.
We're
That
at
is nice.
89 backers. We just launched this thing late last night, so we're trying to get to roughly about 5,000 for the goal, and I think we'll hit that no problem. But the race is on.
You know what else got launched last night? The Cover Wars.
Yeah.
Wow.
My goal. I want to be because this is my first cover for a comic. First professional cover for someone else's comic.
Congratulations, man.
Well, he knocked it out of the park, right? So I like finding the talent. You know what I mean?
There it is.
There's this cover right there.
I like the tentacles, man. That's excellent. Are you kidding me? That's your first cover?
Well, Josh
That's
is
really
an
good.
animator by trade. Josh has worked on several shows you may have heard of, like on Disney and stuff like that. So
yeah, and my goal is to be the #1 sold cover on this campaign. So go buy Cover E. Help me win the Cover Wars.
Well, he's being challenged by Keith Garvey because we have a foil Keith Garvey cover that's limited to 200, and it's of that, but without the trade dress.
Wow.
I have that as a flag and backing me on my wall.
Yeah, so I'm up against some stiff competition as the underdog here.
That's it. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, bro.
But so far, I am in the lead.
So as you keep scrolling down, we'll eventually get to what Red Hood's looking for, because we'll have the add-ons, the Nyobi add-ons. Oh, here's the pages. So these are drawn by Gerardo Garcia, colors by Federico, and both of these guys have worked with Zenoscope Comics in the past.
Love Zenoscope.
I really love the work they're doing on this. Like they've been really kicking butt with these pages.
I said to them, don't be afraid to break panels, do whatever you want to do, sort of thing. You know, have fun with it.
Yeah, and it shows that they're having fun with it, and I think that just makes for an even better product at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, the add-ons you said.
Oh yeah, they're there.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, cover C.
Add-ons. Look at that. There's the Spider-Man one.
That one there's by Matt Weldon of Punchline fame.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Colors by Dan O'Bara. He made that one pop. That's Chris Enod of Lady Death and Image Comics fame.
That's sick.
Matt Weldon also did this this cool wraparound cover.
Yeah.
For Punchline. It's got a whole bunch of the indie comic characters on there, including Nyobi and my character as well, which is this fella right here in the back. That's Pineapple Pizza Man.
Film the whole cover, Josh. Put that together again.
Oh yeah. They got the.
This was the first time I was ever on a published cover in a store.
Likewise. So
That's
I had
cool.
to get 2 of them just so I could have them like side by side and have the full wraparound. There's Nyobi right dead smack in the center.
Yeah, she's waiting for her turn on Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
that's
there's my
awesome.
good buddy Clayman as well. A lot of great folks represented on that cover. So I love that cover.
That's
Look at
Mike
that.
Buffalo there.
That is
So
fucking
we're offering
beautiful.
that again.
I really love the coloring on that one.
Dude, you should see that in print.
I bet.
You also have a Virgin edition of that as well. That's from Ben Dunn.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
That's the one I got right there.
That's awesome.
And that's the crossover we did with Ben Dunn. That's the first appearance of Adana. She's our new bad girl on the block. You're going to be seeing a lot of her in the future.
And you guys, I really like how Larry's doing this. He's not only doing the Kickstarter projects, he's also doing stuff with Antarctic Press. So you guys can pick up Nyobi Outbreak in your comic shops.
Yeah, Nyobi Outbreak 2 is in shops right now.
Look at that. Holy shit.
There you
Hood,
go,
it's
bro.
foil, bro.
Well, I only got 5 of them left, right? So after I did your show the last time, I had some Paul Green collectors hit me up, right?
Uh-huh.
So we ended up selling some of the stuff that we had, but I do have 5 of these foils in my boxes over there, and so I decided why not just throw them up on the Kickstarter.
That is fucking beautiful, man. That is so gorgeous. I love it. I love the moon in the background. Yeah,
it's a great book. It's a great book.
To anyone that's actually interested, I have a CGC 9.8 version of that up on my eBay store right now. Not the foiled though, but just the one with the trade dress.
And yeah, you can't beat that.
And I'm going to be adding some more add-ons in the next couple of days. We're actually going to be putting some original art up from one of the covers that's been done, so that's going to be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple more things I got to go through my boxes to put up as like limited add-ons. Like, if I got 10 of this or 20 of that, I'm going to throw them up on the Kickstarter.
Here's the link, everybody. If you guys want to go check it out, everybody that's in the live chat, there you go. Go show some love. All right, let's get into some comic book talk. Are you a fan? Are you guys, Larry? Are you a fan and Josh of Garth Ennis?
I met him once, and he tried to charge me for a signature, so I passed his table.
What is he most known for? I recognize the name, but I go more by.
I mean, I know him from The Darkness, is where I really know him from.
Yeah, he did The Boys. He created. Gotcha. He wrote The Boys and created The Boys with Derek Robertson. He created Preacher, wrote The Preacher. I mean, yeah, just tons of stuff. And
gotcha.
This is news that Crossed, which is the series that we've been talking about lately on House of Stein and Beyond Wednesdays, because I love their covers. They did a really cool variant of pre-code horror books. Let me go ahead and show you these real quick. So Crossed has been optioned. So there's a movie in the works for the series. It's a really dark
that's like really R-rated. Like, almost X-rated.
You've got it.
That's a controversial series. I remember a friend of mine was showing me those books, and he was just like, I can't even read these things. Like they're so disgusting, Yeah. Like he got squeamish reading the comics, and I'm just like, wow, they must be like quite controversial if they made you squeamish.
Yeah, it was Crossed. Let me see here. Let's see if I can bring these up. They did a lot of really cool, Avatar Press did a lot of really cool. Let me go. What am I doing here? Let's just go to the one and only Cover Price. And so I can show you guys these covers. What is this? Log in. There we go. Crossed. So it's called Crossed Plus that they did all these badass variants on. But the main reason is I wanted to talk about it being optioned, but these are the super cool variants they did. We talk about pre-code horror books a lot here, and of course here's one of them. And I love how they did these homage covers because they're very spot on to the art, but they put that cross, that Templar's cross over the faces. Yeah, so there's
I was a big fan of those older horror comics. Big fan.
I mean,
I grew up with those as a kid. They were just great, like Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror and all that stuff. Those were fantastic.
Yeah, here's another one. I mean, just beautiful. Cy Spurrier, a lot of Cy Spurrier fans right now because he's doing big work over at DC. And he was, this is early Cy Spurrier work, which is nice. Here's another cover.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Right? I mean, all these beautiful pre-code horror homages that they did that are just, they're fucking 10s. Not one there. I think it might have only gone... I'm trying to find the best one. So there was, let me go to Cross Plus 100 variants. This is why I love Cover Price. So good at the showing all the great covers, and we picture things in our head easier by looking at the covers. All right, let's see here. So here's the
Human Torch variant. Yeah.
Yep, the Marvel Comics #1 that they did, which is super cool. There. The Zombie #1 right there.
Nice.
Right? We'll go and just open all these up. And then the best one, that's a good one right there. Hold on.
Second page.
Yep. There's one right there. So these sell for a ton of money on the secondary market, right? That's a really good one right there. We're going to open that one up. Matt Baker art.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's classic.
So my two favorites are this one right here and then crossed plus 12 large. There we go. Images. There we go. So Punch 12 is one of my all-time favorite covers. And I don't know why. Let's see here if this shows it. I love that cover, and this is the version they did for Crossed, where they put the blood Templar's cross across his face. So these, if this movie gets optioned, right, and that option comes to play, and people are talking about these a lot, these are some of the books that are just gonna take off. They're gonna go crazy. So be on the lookout for those ones, you guys. Next, big news. Todd McFarlane is continuing his crowdfunding of Spawn characters, and now we have the Medieval Spawn Kickstarter that's going to launch. And if you guys remember, he did this, like 3 years ago? It might have been right around the time of the pandemic.
He made something like $3 million, dude.
Yep. So he's doing the same thing. Here's the 95 original character, and here's the remastered version. And it's going to come with all kinds of extra goodies and different heads and accessories you can put on all of them. It's going to come with a comic, which is a big deal for us comic collectors. I know everybody was going crazy for those. Those probably still sell for a decent penny on the secondary market. So here's each different figure. There's the artist proof edition. How much were they? They were like 300 plus, like 350, I think, maybe. And you could get the signed versions of the original also. And they were selling on the secondary market right out the gate for a grip of money. So I don't think this one's going to do as well on the secondary market. It will sell. Don't get me wrong. It'll obviously sell. But
is the comic exclusive? Like you only can get this particular comic with the thing?
Yes.
That might aid it. You know what I mean?
Yep. So that's pretty dope. A lot of people are stoked about that. I think that's going to be a nice little.
Hey, bud, I give it my best shot, bud.
I wonder how his long delayed Spawn movie is going right now.
Well,
he's been talking about doing a new Spawn movie for the last like 15 years, something like that.
Yeah. He's that's still continuing to take a while because he doesn't want to let anybody do it. Here we go.
Hey, Todd McFarlane here. Let's talk about our second Kickstarter, right? So back in 2020 during the pandemic, we did our first Kickstarter based on the very first line, remastering the first series of figures. Well, one of the figures that was in that first line, not Spawn, we already did him, Medieval Spawn. We're going to do Medieval Spawn. If you guys remember, this is what he looked like way back when we...
What cracks me up about this is he's in his backyard of his house, and it's 115 out, and he's got a turtleneck on.
First started making toys, but we're getting
Is it bad that I think
better
the
at it.
original
So
is
now,
better?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I like the original better.
now we're going to come out with
It
what I
stands
think
out so
is
much more.
our most detailed figure to date.
Look at that. That is fucking beautiful.
I mean, that one obviously has a lot more detail. The other one looks sort of more bright and superhero-ish, right? But this one here is, definitely like if you were playing Guild Wars or something.
Yeah.
The original to me seems more coherent. This one seems almost like they're just trying too much to put too much detail into it, and so it kind of loses a little bit of its form in the process.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Versions of it. We're going to have one that's an unpainted prototype for all you customizers out there. You guys will get that one, and then we're going to have the black version, and he'll come with the cape just like this guy in the cowl, right? It'll be up there.
I love the gauntlet that Medieval Spawn has.
But I just took the cape off so you can see, even on the back, we have the detail even on the back. Even though we got a big cape on them, right? We want to make sure that you got lots of detail, no matter where you go. Tons of flexibility, tons of articulation on this. But let me show you a couple of the fun things on here that we're going to be doing. You can be able to like swap.
The more I look at it, the more I think less is more.
Not for Todd McFarlane, man. He loves accessories. He loves guns and helmets and swords. Like that's what he's into.
I meant regarding the details.
Oh yeah.
Out a bunch of the pieces. You're going to see some of them I'm going to show you here. But some of them can be super easy. You want to swap out that forearm? It's a magnet. Right?
Oh wow!
Take it on, take it off. But if you want to,
right? That's fucking cool.
That's cool.
Was the first one magnetized? I can't remember.
Swap it out. You take this one, pull it off. 1001, 1002. It's on.
Yeah.
Same thing on this other side. Take it off. Take it on. You click it on and off. These are going to be magnets. The chests are going to be magnets. You're going to be able to pull it off and on. Some other pieces like the head, you're going to have to snap on and off. But we wanted to make some of them as fun and easy to do as possible. And if we reach our goal, and I hope we do, then you're possibly gonna get all of these in your box with no additional cost. So we've got all the weapons here with cool detail front and back, right? Some big weapons here, some big weapons here. Man, I'm missing a big giant sword. Got 2 shield. We got a mace.
Anyways, this is pretty sweet. So shout out to all the figure fans. You're gonna enjoy these. He's
probably gonna. I say he's probably gonna do about the same. To be honest with you, it's
Tom
McFarlane. It's another figure in the collection. It comes with the comic.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's cool. I don't know if he'll do the same, but I hope he does.
I imagine most people don't share my sentiment about the detail.
Look at that. I mean, just all those fucking pieces.
I'm not gonna lie, it's cool. The details are very cool, but just like I think on a design level, I think they went a little overboard.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty interesting though. So that was pretty cool. All right, this is super cool. Check this shit out. Did you guys hear about this?
No, what's going on?
So I wish Nate was here. Golden Auctions, the guy who we saw in the original Drama Alert tonight. Is putting out at their new auction. They have this figure, which is one of the rarest figures in Star Wars, if not the rarest. The rocket firing Boba Fett. What some people consider the single most important figure in the hobby. So in 1979, Kennard put out a mail away figure for Boba Fett that had a rocket firing missile out of his backpack, like in the movie. And they put out a mail away thing and had people put in for it. And they went so far as they created promos, I believe. I don't think they ever sent them out. They created a bunch of in-house promos. It's like got to the point where they actually created the mailers, the bags, the letter that they sent, and or not the letter they sent, the mailer, the bags, and everything. And what they had to do, because it became a choking thing, they had to send the original out without the rocket firing mechanism and a little mailer letter that said, sorry, we couldn't do it. So here's the figure. And those original figures are rare too. You can get them, but this is one of the original, custom or not custom prototypes. And it's being sold on Golden. Absolutely crazy. One of the rarest, action figure things of all time. So 500
$500 million, bros.
Yep.
That is crazy.
And what's crazy about this is I believe at one time, who's the guy that sang Jesse's Girl? Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield, who is a huge Star Wars collector, owned one of the rocket firing Boba Fett's. I don't know if he still owns it, but he owned one. So, yep, $550,000. All-time public record for any toy.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
You could buy a house for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably going to sell for more. So,
Oh, 100%.
yep. So that is fucking super cool. All right, another quick hitter. Bryan Pulido did one of the coolest things ever back in maybe the early 2000s. He worked, him and his partner, I forget the partner that he worked with to do this. They did a thing for Hero Initiative to raise money where they got a ton of artists in comics to sketch on a Ultimate Spider-Man number 100 blank cover, and then they auctioned off all those covers. And what they ended up doing is they put out a little like comic book trade thing that had all the covers in it, so you could see them all except for a few people who sent in theirs late, including Todd McFarlane. But it's just a lot of people don't realize that Bryan Pulido was the one who initiated that, him and his partner on that, which was super crazy. And we got to talk about it with him on his 50th anniversary of collecting celebration we did here. So what's cool about that is they did it for Hulk at one point, and I forget if they did it for any others, but now they're doing it for Superman 100, where they're going to get a bunch of sketch covers by people like Charlie Adler, Alan Davis, Kevin Eastman, Dan Jurgens, Frank Miller, Frank Quitely, and more. And they're going to auction off those sketch covers. They look beautiful, right? They have the Hero Initiative stamp on it, and I mean, all these just beautiful sketch covers. Dave Johnson. Love Dave Johnson. And so you're going to be able to get in on those. Third Eye Comics is part of this. Love Third Eye Comics. Shout out to Third Eye Comics. And I hope, it sounds like they're also going to do a book like they did with all of them. And all the proceeds going from the sales of the book is going to benefit the Heroes Initiative. So pretty fucking cool.
Shout out to Bryan Pulido for that, man.
Fucking A. Ghost Rider has got these new Stormbreaker Spotlight covers that are going to go through all the history of the Ghost Riders. And some of these are super cool. Have you guys seen these yet?
I have not seen these, but they already look badass from here.
Yeah, this is.
I like Caveman Ghost Rider. That's a fun idea.
Right?
Yeah, with the chain whip made of spine. Yeah, that's dope.
So this is Nick Klein. That one's dope. This one, I mean, all of these are good. CF Via. So that's regular Ghost Rider. That's pretty badass. Then we've got, this is a cool one, Native American Ghost Rider. Elena Casagrande. That's dope.
I feel like I've seen that before.
That's super cool. And then next we have Cosmic Ghost Rider, Lucas Wernack. I think Ghost Rider is one of those characters where it's like almost impossible to ruin a Ghost Rider cover. The original Ghost Rider by Jan Balzuda.
Cool.
All these are pretty fucking good, but hold on. This one's Chris Allen, Danny Ketch.
Oh yeah. An homage to
Akira.
Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And then finally,
at
this
a different
one right
angle,
here.
though, so that's neat.
That's what made it different, right?
Yeah.
I had to tilt my head to see it, you know? Like
Federico Vincentini. And that is fucking beautiful.
the colors on all these covers are really, really nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
It's hard. It's hard not to do something cool with Ghost Rider, with like all the fire and stuff and the lighting from that.
Yep.
There's so much fun you could be had with that can be had with that kind of stuff.
So these will be out this September. All right, DC did solicitations. I don't want to go through all of them, but I want to show you guys one of the coolest covers that I've seen in a long time. This is for Absolute Superman #1. All the covers are good. I really like this cover. That's a good cover, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sandoval. This is the Jim Lee sketch. I like that. I love seeing Jim Lee's.
$35,000.
I was just gonna say $35,000 right there.
And
Money well
this
spent.
right here, you guys. All right, so you see the finish work. This is Scalera. This is one of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen, and you got to check this out.
That is a really nice cover. I do
Oh,
like
just
it.
wait. Just wait. Let me show you this. Where is it? Wait, I'm on. I don't want to be there. There we go. This is where I want to be. This is crazy. If I can find it. I know I saved it. He does he shows the drawing process of this.
Oh.
Where is it? Damn it. Where is it? Let me see here.
While you're doing that, look at the chat there. Plungecast is in the chat. He's one of my friends. He's my good buddy down from New Zealand, and he indeed does have a YouTube channel. Go subscribe to Plungecast as he represents comics from New Zealand.
All right, here we go. Where is this? Man, I can't find it. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, if I can find it. It's him doing the art, and it is just fantastic. And for some reason, I can't freaking find it. I thought I had it. But absolutely beautiful. This Matteo Scalera cover is one of the most beautiful covers that I've seen in a long time. And him drawing this is fan-freaking-tastic. So these are the DC solicits that are out right now. So, I mean, look at that.
Well, let me ask you this, right? When I go buy new comics, I don't get a lot anymore. And I'm sure everyone's kind of got a similar tale. But you seem to be really into it. Like, what are for you, like, some of the highlights from both Marvel and DC that you really have been enjoying? Like, for me, I've been getting back into the X-Men. At least I'm hoping to get back into the X-Men. I'm giving all the new X books a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But DC, I haven't really touched in a while. And
I'm with you. DC has been, especially for reading stuff, I haven't touched in a long time. And but here's what I am doing. I caught some shit for talking bad about their new Absolute Power storyline, which I'm not a fan of Amanda Waller. I am just not a fan of her. I think she's a terrible character.
Met very many people that are, honestly.
Yeah. And so basically I was like, okay, I'm not going to read this. And I talked about it and I caught a bunch of shit for it. Somebody made a comment, Raider Nation. Let me see if I can find this. Raider Nation made a comment about this and he basically called me out on it. So I told him, I said, okay, then I'm going to, you know what? You're right. I'm okay to being called out on shit. So now I'm just I'm gonna go read Absolute Power. So let me show you what Raider Nation said here.
I was gonna say, what did he call you out on?
Yeah, he said, where is it? Holy shit!
You get a lot of comments.
That's like a sticky goose comment
I
section.
know, right? I mean, they're everywhere. So basically, he said, "Oh, it's bullshit that you put this out, but that you say this because you're not even reading it. Like, just say that you don't like Amanda Waller and you're not going to read it, rather than saying it's terrible because you don't read it." And I said, and I talked about it on the show. I said, somebody called me out, and I made a little fucking joke about it. And he says, I don't like Absolute Power. It's garbage, but I haven't read it. You don't know unless you read it. You're better than that, Bryan. I don't expect you to read it, but don't call it garbage if you haven't read it. Just say you don't like the villain and I'm out. And then, I kind of talked a little shit about it. And then he said, no, you said the story was garbage and you didn't read it. And that's the problem mainly with a lot of speculation political channels. I don't know why I put political because I'm not
speculation political channel.
Yeah, I'm not fucking political.
Apparently, anytime you say you dislike a comic for any reason,
you're getting
it's suddenly political.
Yeah. But he says,
that's basically how it is.
That's why they're all garbage. Love the channel, enjoy the panels and the shows, just got to be better than that. That's all I'm saying. And he said, you know what? I said, you know what? Agreed. I'll read it and I'll tell you what I think. So I'm going to read the Absolute Power stuff just to check it out and say what I really think about it. It's probably going to be negative, but there's a good chance that I'm going to do it, that it's going to, it could be good. So we're going to check it out. But I'm with you, Larry. I have not been reading a lot of DC stuff. I mainly talk about DC books based on cover buys and just cool cover art, because that's kind of what it's become.
Pick up DC, it is covers. Like Art Germ was doing a series of Catwoman covers for a little while, and I picked up all those sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the first modern Marvel comic that I bought in a really long time.
What do you got?
And it was
Deadpool.
A reprint of the first issue of Deadpool that came out back in the 90s. I really loved this series back there, especially I think it was issue 10, where they go back in time, and then they kind of like insert Deadpool into an old Spider-Man story with Kraven the Hunter. Yeah. Dude, that comic was one of the funniest comics I've ever read. It was so good.
I like issue
the one
12?
where he goes to the aquarium too, and he hunts down Blind Owl in this sort of like game that he plays for her to earn her freedom, and then he just goes on a killing rampage of sea animals, and then he ends up fighting against the Great Lakes Avengers. And they had some fun stuff in that series, man. It was really good. Yeah.
So these are all books that are being solicited. So we'll talk more about these when we get to FOC on a lot of these books. But a lot of great covers. I'm really looking forward to the Absolute Power stuff, though. Talking DC, I might not be reading a lot about it. But as soon as Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson came out and said, "Hey, we're going to change these things up, and we're going to do a whole new thing, and it's called Absolute DC, Absolute Power," and so I'm in on that. I'm a big Joshua Williamson fan. I think he's one of the best writers in comics, if not the current best writer. Yeah, Jenny Frison is just amazing.
I got a lot of her Red Sonja covers.
Oh, yeah. She's unreal. So Absolute Power is going to be starting soon, and I'll definitely be reading that. Darkseid's part of it. I'm a big fan of Darkseid and the New Gods, so I'm looking forward to that. They're also bringing back
Cassandra Cain, right?
Yep. Cassandra Cain Batman. They're doing a new series with her, and she's my favorite Batgirl. I just think she's got the coolest look, and this is a cool art germ. It's an art germ, that doesn't normally look like art germ. Like you wouldn't think it's art germ.
If you were to tell me that was art germ, I would have second guessed that. But
right,
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, so that's coming out.
Nice
Yeah, I really like the new Absolute Batman look by Nick Dragotta. At first, I didn't like it. Now I absolutely love it. So I'm going to check that out. But yeah, man, DC. I like this cover too. That they're doing these McFarlane figure covers, and we've got a person that we like that on IG 78 Points of Articulation that does these photos with figures, and they're just amazing. And I think he would be really good at doing those covers. But yeah, so there's some interesting books for DC solicitation. So be on the lookout for some of these. They're very interesting. But this Scalera, holy shit! This is a 10. I'm gonna add it to the Beyond Wednesdays list of books. Real quick for the card guys, these are the Fanatics Fest cards that were only offered at Fanatics, and they put in these special Fanatics Fest numbered cards that have the city, New York City, behind them. And look how beautiful these look, just gorgeous. So you can pull these out of the special boxes that were available at Fanatics Fest. I'm sure they'll be available on the Fanatics site at some time. I would suggest if anybody's looking to get a cheap rip, go to Fanatics website and pick up their monster boxes of Topps Chrome, where you can get the X Fractors. They're only $65, and they're beautiful. And then at Fanatics Fest, the Garbage Pail Kids artists were there, including David Gross. So if anybody's going to be at Fanatics Fest tomorrow and doesn't know about it, stop by. You might be able to get some art from them, or even a sketch done. 20 years of Garbage Pail Kids. So very, very cool. And then finally, we're going to get close to the end of the show tonight, you guys, talking about FOC. And I'm glad you guys are here to talk about FOC, because sometimes we see your guys' books on FOC.
Is mine in it this week? It's go ahead and explain to him, Brian.
So FOC is called Final Order Cutoff. It's Yeah, it's the time for retailers to put in their final picks that they want, and speculators started really keying in on it because you could see, get better idea what the book might be about, or if it's got a special variant. And we love this guy Lefteros on IG, who also writes for Cover Price. He does a cool little pick of 5 or more books that are on FOC, and we also like Economics and Comics. Billy does a really good page where he bundles FOC books. But it's been going on forever, but speculators really started keying in on it once they were able to get a better idea of what was coming out and decide whether they could flip a book for cheap, buying something for cheap and selling it for more. So this week we start off with his picks. Deadpool #6 is coming out. You got the Torrin Clark cover, but you also might have the first cameo appearance of the new Deadpool character, Ellie Wilson, his daughter, or Ellie Camacho, who first showed up during the few years ago. What was that Mark Brooks cover, chat? You guys will remind me. Is it issue 31? Anyways, during the original Syn storyline. But she's now back, and it was announced at San Diego that they are going to, they're killing off Wade Wilson, and his daughter is going to be the new Deadpool. So
yeah, that's the story.
Yep.
I still can't believe they're doing that on the heels of Deadpool and Wolverine's massive success. It's just the dumbest business move I think I've ever seen in comics.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Check this out. Drama for your mama. We have Epic Nation in the chat. He says, yo, this is epic. First of all, Sub-Zero has been making death threats to me every day. At the Bronx show, which is the Fanatics show, I pulled up at the con, and he walked up to make threats, but did not realize people was next to me, and they had to push him away. Those must have been the people that were you were telling him not to mess with, huh? He says, Sub-Zero just trying to look guilty on screen, but he is hiding the real shit. Very interesting. Well, if you guys don't know, we've had Epic Nation on the channel before. There's always seats for anybody that wants to come and state their case. Epic, if you feel like it's gotten to that point where you want to come back on and clear the air, I'm always...
Is this going back to the WWE promo video we watched?
This is. So Epic is now saying, I called him many times to meet for his books, and he doesn't want to come. That's very interesting. So it sounds like Epic actually was willing to return some of the books that Sub-Zero was missing, and now he doesn't want to come. So, that's very interesting. So, we'll have to keep an eye on that. He says, sure. I have the proof and messages. Well, Epic, you can always hit me up, brother. I'm on IG. You know that. You know how to get a hold of me. Shoot me over any messages and any proof. I'd love to see them. And there is a seat for you there. He says he just doesn't want to pay for his grading fee. Okay. So, Epic, let me ask you, do you have all the books that he is missing, or is it just some of the books that he said he's missing? And now it sounds like he doesn't want to pay. Well, let's be honest. He's been waiting a while for these books, so it's kind of, I would understand.
No matter how you slice it and dice it, if you're doing business, you guys got to handle business properly here. Stop fucking around.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I agree. It's gonna cause nothing but problems.
You got a balance, Josh?
If I may, I do. I got to take Beavis for a walk, his late night walk.
You're good, brother. It was good. It was good having you hang with us, man. Everybody, go check out Josh, the amazing animator.
I'm learning a lot, man. I'm learning a lot. You can hit me up on Twitter. I'm on at Josh Animator, or at Josh. You know what? I'm so bad at this. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, just at Josh Animator.
All right.
And be sure to check out Savage Syn #2. I'm super psyched about it. We're up to 93 backers and 4,098 Canadian dollars so we're well past our halfway to our goal. help me win the cover wars. So buy cover E if you decide to pick up Savage Syn #2, guys. Thanks so much for having me on, Bryan. I'm learning a lot.
Brother.
I'm sorry I have to go a little early, but my family needs me.
No worries, brother. You got to do what you got to do. And hey, thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, brother, for sure.
Really appreciate it. You guys have a great night. Take care.
All right. I sent Epic the link. If he wants to jump up, he's more than welcome, to state his case. But I do want to run through these FOC books just real quick.
Yeah, let's see them. I'm curious.
Yeah, and we'll continue.
I'll tell you, it won't be long. You're going to see Nyobi Outbreak 3 in FOC. So
I was going to ask when is Nyobi going to show up for our next FOC, because you had Nyobi Outbreak #1, which had that beautiful Paul Green cover. You had Nyobi Outbreak #2, which had that gorgeous Mike DeBalfo cover.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So it's right around the corner. It's hard to say with Antarctic and Diamond. They kind of seem to have a mind of their own, but hopefully it's going to be towards the end of August, if not early September.
Yeah. Epic, I sent it to your IG under Epic Nation Collectibles. I sent it to your IG.
If he comes on, I'll bounce because I don't,
sounds good, brother.
Yeah.
About
About that
of course,
right?
I totally understand it. Yeah, so we'll run through these real quickly. Department of Truth #25 has the Martin Simmons cover. This is the new storyline with the JFK assassination. So make sure you guys get in on that. And then Storm #1, this beautiful Marco Cacchetto variant. I love it, and they're doing all these Doctor Doom variants for this month. So
how do you feel about Robert Downey Jr. as Doom?
I'm in. I love it. It's exciting. I hope that they play off on the variant of him in some other timeline that becomes Doom, because I think that would be cool and it would help put everything together rather than keep everything fragmented. If he's a new character that looks like Iron Man, Tony Stark, I'm gonna be like, that's kind of weird.
That's assuming that you'll ever see his face.
You're right. You are correct. So, Epic says I can come on tomorrow so I can get all the proof. Yeah, hit me up, brother. I'll get you a spot, and we'll get you on so you can talk about this. We can set something up either tomorrow or Monday. I'm also open Monday night.
That sounds like must watch television there.
You got it. So, all right, there's the Cacchetto variant. And then Transformers #12. Have you been reading the Skybound
I was going to
Energon?
ask you the same question. I've only read a couple of them. I bought Duke #1 and I bought Cobra Commander #1. And I read those and I like those. I picked up Scarlet and Destro and I haven't read those. And that's it. That's all I have of this. But the first two books I read were good, but I haven't really dived into this yet. No.
Yeah, so the Energon universe, man, is a 10. I'm not a big fan of Void Rivals, but I'm not going to say it's bad just because, Robert Kirkman's writing it and he is used, it's part of the Energon universe, but I just don't read that as much. But everything else I'm reading, the only thing in the G.I. Joe stuff I don't like so far is the Scarlet stuff. I'm not a fan of what's her name that's writing it. I just think it's terrible so far. Is it Kelly Sue DeConnick that's writing that, I think? But everything else is great. The Transformer stuff is a 10. The Cobra Commander stuff is amazing. The Duke stuff is great. G.I. Joe #1 is getting ready to hit. So they did all these little smaller books.
Introductions, yeah.
Yep. So G.I. Joe 1 is getting ready to hit. These are the solicitations for it. These are the covers. They got a Souza Micah Baroness cover, a Nakayama.
She's part of the Joes now, right? That's what
she is. Doing? Yes, which is very cool. I like that. The whole storyline in Duke plays that out, and it's very good. So that's the G.I. Joe stuff. The Transformer stuff is a 10 also. Daniel Warren Johnson's art and storyline in the first 12 issues. So it's been amazing, and he won 2 Eisners. So that's really good. Very interesting. So, So this has got a Daniel Warren Johnson's cover, and it states that this issue will change the Energon universe forever. And they're doing some really out-of-the-box stuff in these issues, like with whales, and Shockwave's doing this weird stuff with whales. It's very interesting, dude.
Like Star Trek 4, we got to find out back whales.
Yes, totally, bro. So a lot of cool covers and stuff for this. And if you can see Optimus Prime on his arm, he's got Megatron's cannon.
Ah,
So,
badass. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I wish that was a lot closer shot.
I know, right? So, Ultimate X-Men number 7. This is the Peach Momoko stuff. First full appearance and cover of Conan, the Earth 6160 Psylocke.
You read this?
No, I read the first couple issues. It wasn't bad, but I'm just not a fan of Peach. I like Peach Momoko's art better in this than anything she's ever done. I'm just not a fan. If it's going to be X-Men, I don't want you to change. I want X-Men. You know, I don't want a version. Yeah. So, Void Rivals. Here's the Void Rivals. This is Void Rivals number 1. This is this has got to be like its 10th printing or something. Yeah, 10th printing.
Is that like Metroplex there? Who is that?
That's
it's hard for me to see it.
Jetfire.
Oh, Skyfire.
Yeah. No, Jetfire.
Skyfire.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So
it depends on where you saw him, right?
You, you got it. Yeah. So that was the big reveal in Void Rivals number 1 that told everybody that Kirkman was doing the Transformers. So Wolverine Revenge Red Band number 2. I just hate this trade
I don't like
dress
that at all. That's
dumb. It's dumb. But this is Capullo, so check it out. Story by Hickman, Greg Capullo art. We'll see. And then the beautiful J. Scott Campbell X-Men number 4 variant is Emma Frost, one of my all-time favorite X-Men characters.
One just the other day. My
they're so
comic
good.
book shop was nice enough to hold it because they sold out of their X-Men 2 almost immediately, right?
Yeah.
And my guys there know me. I'm a local creator, and they know 2 things. 1, huge J. Scott Campbell fan, and 2, Magic is my all-time favorite Marvel character.
Yep.
So they were cool enough to hold that variant, and they'll probably do the same for this one.
Yep. Of course they are. The 1 in 100 will be a virgin.
Oh, if that's 1 in 100 though, I won't be getting it.
Yeah. No, they'll do the regular one, which is the trade dress, and then they'll do a 1 in 100 without the X-Men behind her. So
I wish that image was a little bit bigger though. She looks kind of small, and there's a lot of blue here. You know what I mean?
yeah. And then FOC pre-orders on Economics Comics. I'm just going to run through some of these real quick. You guys go to economicsandcomics.com/collections/pre-order bundles, and you guys can buy these, and he bundles them up in cool things. This is one of my favorite Scotty Young covers ever. I love this, how his bike, Ghost Rider's bike, is a BMX, and he's doing a trick. Yeah. That's amazing. So that's for Spirit.
Shout out to the colorist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who is the colorist on that? Is it Scotty Young? It might be Scotty Young.
Unsung heroes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's beautiful. There's the Momoko variant for X-Men. They're going to do a Secret Wars facsimile foil for the Doom cover, which is a hot book right now, obviously. Geiger, are you reading the Ghost Machine universe, Larry?
I have not read anything from Image in a while.
Okay, so this is Jeff Johns' imprint. It's called Ghost Machine, and he's got 4 titles. He's got Geiger, Redcoat, Rook, and what's the other one that I'm missing? I'm missing one more, and it's fucking phenomenal, man. Geiger is very good. Redcoat's good. Rook is amazing. Jason Fabok, it's absolutely amazing. They're building a whole universe over there. Gary Frank, Jason Fabok, Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns. It is some of the best comic books stuff put out. Art, story, everything. So definitely,
you're starting to sell me.
Yeah. Spirits of Vengeance. Look at this, Derek Chu. We saw the Stormbreakers, but this Derek Chu is awesome. Yeah.
I like that one better.
Yep. So there's that one, Spirit of Vengeance number 1. I love the Space Coast Cho variant, Michael Cho variant. This is Space Ghost number 5. Beautiful Michael Cho variant.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
You got it. Let's see here. Spider Society, you've got that chick from Spider-Verse showing up. Shout out to Richie, who talked about this character for a while. I love this Batman and Robin 13, this 85th anniversary variant.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? Looks really good. So Carmine D. Gian Domenico. Maybe I probably said something some way different, but that's pretty dope cover. All right, there's the Rose Besh. Not a fan of that one. I do like this one, David Lopez Black Widow variant.
What do you think about the Black Widow running around with a Venom
Stupid.
suit? Like I haven't read it.
It looks
but,
cool, but yeah, it's just a little too many symbiotes for me. So Venom War Lethal Protectors, you got some cool. Oh, look at that! Both these books right here. This Spider Society number 2.
The first one of that one, like black suit book.
Yeah,
with
this
the
is
Greg
gorgeous.
Land cover. I haven't read it yet, but I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, both. Oh my God, both those covers are great. Mitsuhiro Arita, this is the Pokemon guy. That's gonna be a big book right there.
Oh yeah, I'll be a seller.
Oh, beautiful. Here's the Marvel What If. Well, Donald Duck was Wolverine. Spider-Boy annual number 1. That's going to be very interesting. You got this new character that I really like the design on. This character right here. So he already showed up in another book, I think, but it's a cool character. Let me run through these really quick here.
Yeah,
Deathlock.
I'll tell you what book I was reading out of like sort of the X-Men stuff that came out recently. It was a Wolverine book. It's a 4-issue miniseries, and it was written by Chris Claremont. And so far, that's been the best of the bunch. And I understand that Wolverine miniseries isn't part of what's going on now. It actually takes place back when the X-Men were supposedly dead and hiding out in Australia.
Oh, okay.
But it's super good, man. Like it just took me right back to old school X-Men. So it's one of the Wolverine books out, but I forget exactly what it's called. I would have to dig through my comics and find it.
I got to check that out. This is another good one. Missionary number 1, Scotty Young incentive, where he drew the artists on there, which is very cool. So this is going to be a big book. People crying about variant covers and stuff, it looks like. So that'll be a big one. Ryan Stegman and Jason Howard book. So be on the lookout for that. On here. More Space Ghost stuff. You got the Berens and Matina. Yuck. Red Before Black. That's a cool Dave Johnson, it looks like. And we already talked about these. You got the Turtles and Grayskull crossover, which is interesting. Turtles fans. Wolverine Deep Cuts. Is that it?
That is
deep
it.
Cut? Yep. That's cool, man. Ultimate X-Men Del Mundo variant is very interesting. You're going to have some new characters be introduced in the Ultimate Universe. Darth Vader 50 is very interesting. Got a weird play on Princess Leia. Here's the Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood A cover, I believe. That's really good. I really like this Mark Brooks cover. This is the second printing of it. I like all versions of it. I just think that's a great Mark Brooks cover. Torrin Clark, Incredible Hulk, Godzilla, and there's the Stormbreakers Ghost Rider covers that we already talked about. Deathlock. I really love this Cassera Avenger 17 cover. Really good.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yep. So that's I just don't like the fact that Storm is an Avenger. She needs to be an X-Man. Spawn, Transformers covers also. Those are nice. That's a cool cover right there. Kosher Mafia. Ooh, what's this? Goobers number 1, a Garbage Pail Kids variant. I'm gonna have to get that.
I'm a goober.
That's an interesting book right there. Absolute Power. I'm gonna be reading that. All right. I'm a huge fan of Stephen Platt, but these are not the covers, man. These are ugly.
That's really bad. That neck is way too big. The arms are deformed. The head doesn't fit. I mean, I like the fact that they're doing the Catwoman 51 homage from Adam Hughes. We've done it ourselves with Nyobi, with Luigi Terrell from the book called Rags.
But
I
remember
yeah,
Rags.
Yeah. So we worked with their lead artist for a Catwoman homage cover.
Yeah, that was garbage.
But that what you just showed me would never pass the grade if I was looking at that.
I like these Street Fighters books. I think those are great covers.
They're
cool
fun
character.
books if you ever read them.
Yeah. I mean, look at these beautiful. So Street Fighter Masters Lily, number 1. It's a cool character.
Yeah.
Very cool character. I like those. Doctor Who, more Space Ghost, a Turtles homage. People are going to be buying that. And then you got your Zordak, right? Is that his name? What's his name?
Zorak?
Yeah, Zorak, yeah. Garfield, Coed and Cambria, Armory Wars books. And We've got more Armory Rewards, Resurgence, Valiant stuff. I'm not a fan of the new Valiant. It's garbage. Here we go. Monster High. I think this is going to be a very interesting series to keep an eye on. Speculized, because a lot of young girls back in 10, 15 years ago were big into these characters, and now they're starting to get a little bit of extra spending money, getting real jobs, and I could see these being some play in these, and people being really excited for them. So be on the lookout if they do any cool variants on those. This Venom War. David Baldion, they did a foil for this that I never got to see, and I would love to see it because that's a good cover. This is the second printing, so I think it's the non-foil. There's the Darth Vader. These are beautiful. They did a connecting cover for these Darth Vaders. This is the Kamikoli connecting variants. Really, really good. Like this Incredible Hulk, Ian Bertram. It's just right. This is like old school Frankenstein. That's a really cool cover. And then we've got basically Void Rivals. And then finally, you guys, before we call it a night, Toxic Summer, number 3. I was going to say Sumero, our boy, Flops Comics. Beautiful Flops Comics. You ever check out Flops Comics art?
No, fill me in.
Oh, he's amazing. This is his art right here. He's finally starting to get some really good cover work. I got to show you. He put out an Instagram post, and I'll show it to you real quick. Let's go here.
Like the cool thing about watching and hanging out on your show is you expose me to so much like new people.
That's the plan, dude. I love to especially to talk about like new art and stuff. This is a Souza Micah book that she's working on. Ooh,
oh, that's see, I'm a big Black Cat fan. So
yeah. Hell yeah, me too. All right, so this is Flops Comics. This is the exclusive Flops cover for the Great Fantastic Freaks, which is available now. And then, of course, he's also doing this one. But yeah, Flops Comics. Let me show you some of his art real quick. You can get an idea. Very stylized. Does a really good job of... I mean, I just love his stuff. This right here is amazing.
Like what?
Yeah, right. So anyways, let's get back to here. This is a really good Derek Charm cover. Kind of reminds me of Gromit's, that book. I'll have to take a look at that. Love the Pieta poses on comic book covers. Silicon Bandits is doing a good job of it. Nightwing Uncovered. That'll be interesting. I have to keep an eye on that. And more of the Goobers stuff, which looks interesting. I don't know what that's about. Geiger. This is Geiger. This is Jeff Johns' baby in the Ghost Machine universe. Amazing character, amazing stories, really good stuff, like post-nuclear type stuff. Nice Inhook Lee. And that's an interesting DC vs. Vampires cover. Gotham by Gaslight. The Kryptonian Age is interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, that is FOC. Make sure you guys go check out Economics and Comics for all that good stuff. And
I didn't see any AP books this week. That disappoints me.
Yeah. So I like how Cover Price shows off its new books because they always have AP books. I just didn't. I don't know if AP if
sometimes there's weeks that go by where they don't put out anything, right? So
yeah. It's kind of a bummer. That's for sure. Sometimes when that happens, you got to figure out a way to get like of some type of variant or something like that out. You know what I mean? To show people, which is what smart. Retailers will figure out ways to get books out when they don't have comics out that week. Which that's what annuals usually used to be, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
And before we call it a night, you guys, I want to mention one thing. I'm going to change everybody's life right now that grew up in the 90s and that was into Pogs. They're coming back, baby. They're coming back. Look at this. Pog Game Official. The World Pog Federation is proud to present the Hobby Box. A new release for 2024. This extremely limited production run brings some exclusive content that is the first ever for Pog. Serial number inserts, limited edition posters, hand-applied gold leaf slammers, and only 5,100 boxes produced ever. So you guys can buy these at shop.pogdigital.com. I don't know if there's many people that are still into Pogs, but I always remember this as a kid.
Got into it. I mean, by the time Pogs were a thing, I was probably too old, like.
Yeah, same with me. But they were very interesting, that's for sure. To anything that comes from an old game that was played off of old milk caps. Right. Very interesting. So some of those original things.
You were showing off Baroness there. I had this right beside me. It's a beautiful Art Adams Baroness.
Oh, hold on. That is one of the most beautiful Art Adams covers, man. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. That's good stuff, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys go check out Larry's latest Kickstarter. Savage Syn 2 is available. We dropped the link in the chat. There's also a link in the description. And for everybody that was part of the Outbreak, was it 1 through 3, the 2 through 3 set that you're fulfilling right now?
I'm doing fulfillment of Outbreak 3 and a reprint we did of our number 2 way back in the day.
Not bad.
So I'm fulfilling 2 campaigns at once while I'm campaigning another one. So lots of things to do. But listen, man, thank you for having me and Josh on here tonight. I love coming on here, and I like just doing the show. You know what I mean? Like you guys normally do. Show me the drama, show me the books. Let's get into it.
Hell yeah, brother. That's the fun stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribing to Nyobi Comics on YouTube. He's got a lot of fun, great stuff. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We got a postponed Hot 10 show over at the House of Stein that we got planned hopefully for tomorrow. So I think we're going to try to have it earlier than 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm hoping to maybe do it about 9 to 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see if that's possible, but make sure you guys check out House of Stein Comics tomorrow night, and then we'll see if Epic wants to put something together for Monday night. That being said, adios.